Guys remember the song I Like Cold Beverages by G Love and Special Sauce?
Yes. I had a friend in high
Nice.
school that was obsessed with G Love.
Nice. See, you too, Ando. I did
Yes.
too.
I
Me
mean, I
Yeah.
thought they
too.
were okay, but my friend, who I'm still friends with, he actually still he moved back
Yeah.
home here recently, and he still is
Yep.
obsessed with them.
My friend Derek fucking loved that dude. I bet you he still goes to see him.
Yep.
Brett, did you remember G Love and Special Sauce?
Probably.
I like
I'm
cold
sure I've heard it, but I didn't
beverages.
really follow. No.
It was like a
I've
hacky,
heard of
like
G Love
probably
and
hacky
Special Sauce,
sack.
but I don't remember. I wasn't
Yeah.
into them.
Did you
Yeah.
ever do a hacky sack solo when you were at Syracuse? Did you do a hacky circle?
No, when I was a kid, I had one, and
Not
it
in
didn't last
college, though,
very long.
really.
Nah.
Hacky sack was very popular at Rutgers when I
It was
was
Yeah.
it was huge when I was in high
huge.
school. Like when I was in high school, like
Okay,
junior, senior year of high school, but that would have been when you were in
really?
college. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
huge.
yeah. It was huge.
Before and after school, anytime there was
Yep,
a break, it would I was
Hacky
always be a
sack.
circle of us. Yeah.
yeah. So
Circle
hack.
jerk
Yo,
at
join
Sun
the
Devil
Well, that
circle.
Stadium.
too, solo. That too.
You pass the J, pass the hack, bro. All right, let's start this fucking thing. You ready, Solo?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shador. You know what? Screw it. Our teams suck. Next on Around the Couch.
Ah,
Best intro
welcome
ever.
to
Sorry.
Around the Couch, an NFL podcast brought to you by the DVR Podcast Network. Check us out at dvrpodcast.com. We are currently covering Mayor of Kingstown. We only got 3 episodes left. Gina and I are going to be covering A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I'm somehow going to get Solo to cover Hijack season 2 with me. We're going to figure it out. Maybe late night 15-minute versions. Like, oh,
I'm in with
yep,
whatever version you want to
could
do.
be, could be,
And Stranger
could
Things,
happen.
Axel. Don't forget that.
And yes, we're going to continue covering. We just did 2 episodes of Stranger Things, one with me and my son Lachlan, and one with me and Gina and Ando. That was a lot of fun. But tonight we're here to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk our week 15 picks, right? Isn't it week 15?
Yep.
Yes.
And talk a little bit about week 14. I thought it was pretty fun. It really felt like a couple of these games felt like the playoffs to me, and that got me excited. And there were snow games, and Josh Allen is back, and man, I love that. That was fun. I don't know, but I did also drive around a lot in Salem, Oregon, doing basketball stuff at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. It was dark. It was raining. I was just listening to the game. So maybe I missed something, but that's what we're here to talk about. Solo, what do you
Hi.
think?
Hi.
Hi, let's
I'm,
introduce everyone. We're all
yeah,
here.
Heath Solo here. Ando, is
Hi,
that you?
Heath.
Hi,
Hi, Heath.
Ando.
Hi.
Brett's here too. Hey, Brett.
Calling plays at the Sun Bowl.
Hey guys.
Hi, Brett. Well, it was a great pod, guys.
Good
No,
one.
See you next
you know
week.
what? This is what we'll do. We're going to step into what we call the red zone.
Red Zone.
Red Zone.
Red zone. Hello, everyone. But I'm unveiling my latest power rankings. It's been a while. But
Nice.
before we get to that, gents, I think that there's a story out there that I know people are talking about, but
Oh.
aren't talking about it. Or
Oh.
maybe they are, or maybe they don't care. This Philip Rivers thing,
Oh, yeah.
44 years old, hasn't been hit on the football field in a while now, and literally worked out for the Colts. The
Five
Colts,
years.
5 years. The Colts signed him to the practice squad, and now they're talking he might start on Sunday. Because Axel's boy Riley Leonard has a shoulder or something, so he's questionable.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like this is a quarterback who sat out a year, like Joe Flacco and got called it. It's 5 years. What
Yeah.
has Philip Rivers been doing? Has he been going to NC State alumni functions? Like
He's been
what?
coaching his kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
He,
supposedly he runs the same offense that Steichen runs. So the Colts are trying to pull this off as, oh, he knows the offense because he's been
Ooh,
coaching it for however many years. It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. It does beg the question that they couldn't find anybody else who is of age or younger or not? You
Well,
know what I'm saying? That wants to
like
come and play for them?
there are players out there that, like Taylor Heineke, for example, they could have signed and they opted for Philip Rivers. I
That's
guess
what I'm
they think he
saying,
has a
Brett.
better
Desmond
chance. I
Ritter.
mean,
Nah,
Yeah,
this is
Desmond
fishy.
Ritter
This is
just
fishy.
got cut.
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard someone say maybe this is kind of just a publicity thing, and they're actually he's coming in to coach Riley Leonard or something. Didn't he coach him or something? Didn't he prepare him for the draft, or there was
Oh, he
something I
could have.
heard?
Is he a QB whisperer where he works out with? Because a lot of these
I think
former
so,
quarterbacks do
yes. I
it.
think he
Maybe.
does do that solo. So
Oh,
there
okay.
might be another angle here. It might be a little but if he does
Insurance.
play, we're all going to be watching. We're going to see how he does.
It's so
this
weird
is
too,
the
'cause he.
same.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead,
Brett.
Andy.
Okay, I was just gonna say it's weird because he signed a 1-day contract with the Chargers last summer to retire, and now he's
And he's
so
he's
Do they
weird.
have to
eligible
pay
for the Hall of Fame
restitution?
like next year.
They have to give
You
him a
know,
7th-round pick for signing Philip
Yeah,
Rivers.
Well,
and
we'll
he's
see what
eligible for the Hall of
happens.
Fame next year, which would reset the clock if he plays in a game
Yes.
this year. You'd have to wait another 5 years.
That's
He
the
should.
biggest
Um,
story.
He's not making the Hall of
yeah.
Fame either way, so I don't think
Well,
that
he may not,
matters.
but
Everybody
he's going to
keeps
be on the
talking about
ballot
that.
next. He would. Well, he may
well,
not
he
be on the ballot anymore
he
next
saw
year.
that Matthew Stafford is only like 280 yards behind him on the all-time passing list, so he's
Oh,
got
so
to.
that one.
He's Rivers is actually 7th all-time on the passing yardage list,
I
so
believe that.
it's not
Wow.
like he. I mean,
Yeah,
but
that's a
I
lot of
doubt
shitty. Yeah,
he's a fringe Hall of Fame guy for sure at this point.
I don't even think he's fringe. I'm sorry. I know I don't
I think just with his
dislike the
stats, he
guy,
has to be
but
on the fringe. I think.
yeah, I
Right.
guess. I guess.
Well, in light of the Philip Rivers
Longevity
news,
too.
the New Orleans Saints have announced they're bringing back Bobby Abear into their
Nice.
Oh,
quarterback room, and the
finally.
That's
Atlanta
awesome.
Falcons. You would think Chris Chandler, no, Chris Miller. They're calling back
Oh,
Yes.
into their
God, I
quarterback
love
room.
So
Chris
what you're
Miller.
saying, Brett, is Chris Miller is coming through that
Chris
door?
Miller.
And he's going to be
Nice.
playing better than Kirk Cousins. I can
That's
almost
awesome.
guarantee it.
I mean, I always fancy Steve Bartkowski. Love that last
Oh,
name.
The Barkster.
The Rivers thing is crazy too. I heard this afternoon that Tyler Warren is younger than his oldest son, and like Rivers is older than like 14 or 15 head coaches right now. I mean, it's one hit. If he actually does play, one hit's gonna take. He's not.
well,
I don't get it.
he has grandchildren now, right? I think he's like
Yes.
literally a
Yep.
grandfather. So,
He's a
but
grandpa.
and those kids can be pretty rambunctious. So
I
I'm
think
sure he's
Kellum's-
getting his
Phillip
workouts in.
Rivers' grandchild.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
This
A
is
good
the
friend
same
of mine-
organization that hired Jeff Saturday to be their interim
Yes.
head coach, right? Okay,
So
this
they
is,
love
this,
put-
this is who we're dealing
real
with
quick,
here.
real quick on Philip Rivers. My buddy Kiwi Mike has a home up in Palomar Mountain, which is kind of near San Diego, kind of where I went to the casino, the Harris Casino there. Philip Rivers has a home up there. Said he's a very nice guy with a lot of kids.
nice. All right. Good job, Halmo Mike.
Inside scoop.
So, all right, that does not include the red zone, because Solos power rankings
All right.
have come out.
Nice.
The last one I did was October 27th after week 8. We pushed it. Now week 14. What a difference weeks make. So right now at 32, I do have the Raiders as the worst team in football. I don't know if they'll get a lot of arguments there. Giants, Titans, Jets, Commanders.
Those bottom three, I think, are on a tier by themselves. Personally,
Yeah,
but
they're on a tier, but yes, I would agree. Even though the Titans looked good against the Browns, I guess you could say. I don't know if it will look good is, but an exciting game if you happen to get stuck with that game in your hometown in the U.S. if you don't have YouTube TV. But let's go the top 10. I have the Eagles at 11 right now because of their pedigree. I mean, they could easily be down but they are going to get a tune-up with the Raiders and Washington twice. But they will have a litmus test with Buffalo, who will be playing for something in the penultimate week. So I have the Bears at 10, Bills at 9, 49ers 8, Lions at 7, Packers 6, Seahawks 5, Texans 4, Patriots 3, Broncos 2, and the Rams at number 1.
Nice.
So the Buccaneers had a big drop. They're just not the same team they were, 6 weeks ago. The Bengals, Vikings, Browns kind of in that. The Saints leapfrogged the Falcons recently in my algorithm. That's what happened.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, if you did want a comparison, I did pull up the algorithm or the computer rankings as compared to Solo's eye
Oh, okay.
test rankings.
I like this. I like this.
If you wanted to compare that.
Well, please, let's compare.
Rams number 1, Patriots number 2, Seahawks 3, Denver 4, Green Bay 5, Buffalo 6, Philly at 7, Chicago 8, San Francisco is 9, Houston is 10, right ahead of Jacksonville and the Chargers. So, and they have the very worst team as the Titans right below the Raiders at 31.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both awful.
Well, we had so many shitty teams win last week that kind of like
it changed.
Thinking, okay, maybe they're not the dead last in the league.
Yeah, I had to look at the full body of work with especially the crappy teams, because even though the Titans beat a Browns team who supposedly has one of the best defenses, and Shador played pretty well for a rookie, and had him in the game, but the Titans, Tony Pollard showed up for 1 week this year, and that's what it was. He had 2 long, like a 65-yarder and a 30-something yarder. I'm like, great. It was the 1 week in my dynasty league that's very thin. I often start him as my third running back because you can do 3 running backs, 3 receivers, or 2 and 4. And this is the first week. The week meant nothing. I still won. I was already clinched, but Pollard, I benched him despite, and that's what he did. I'm like, I'm hoping he can do something in the playoffs. But anything that strikes you on the list? Or, I mean, it's tough. This is one of the harder ones because I know the Rams had the blip in Carolina, but a lot of Super Bowl teams have those games. I just feel like the Rams are on top of it all. And I think the Broncos, I think home field advantage would help them in the playoffs. And the Patriots, I know they're playing well and they're a very good team. It's just they haven't really played anyone. The Bills, they went on the road to beat Tampa. That was still a big win for Drake May and the Patriots, even though Tampa is on the downside. But I just wonder, against the Broncos, against the Texans, can the Patriots beat a team like that? Do you guys think it's possible? I mean, everything's possible, but you know what I mean.
This is still kind of what we've been saying all year, is that, I mean, the teams are starting to spread out a little bit. Instead of there being 15 teams that all compete for that top spot, there might be 6 or 7, but those 6 or 7, I think any of them can beat any of them on any given day. Then maybe there's the next 5 or 6, and then the next 5 or 6. So they're kind of separating into tiers a little bit, but within those tiers, I mean, the Rams definitely seem like they're the number 1 team. I'd put them as my number 1 right now too, but they could still be beat. Same thing with the Broncos. They look great, and then times they don't look great. And then it's the Texans, I think, might be the hottest team right now. The Chargers actually really impressed me on Monday night too. So winning the game that they really had no business winning that game. So I don't know. It's still wide open, I think. You get in the playoffs, anything can happen right now.
Chargers have a tough schedule the rest of the way, and I just worry about all their injuries.
Yeah.
I know they got Hampton back and stuff. I just worry about that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And
Herbert too.
Herbert.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. Their defense impressed me a lot on Monday, I thought, too. That's the one thing that can keep them in games, I think.
They're a well-coached team and a tough team. Mm-hmm. They really are. And that's the thing. But I'm still that when I thought they were going to go in last year and beat the Texans in the wild card and end up getting blown out, like I still have that stink mm-hmm. in my, like, is that going to be the same team? That's why, because it's weird with the regular season and just like, if we get Chargers-Jags, a playoff matchup, how the heck do we pick that game? I mean,
the Jags are building a pretty nice resume too.
They are.
And the thing with the Texans, you take away their cold start and like take away the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
They're freaking awesome. So, I mean, I could see them. They're playing so damn good and their defense is so good.
Axel, I want to, because I know CJ Stroud's rookie year, I think you picked the Texans a lot that year. You were like the first one of us, I think, in on the Texans, if memory serves me correctly. And we kind of all followed suit, and they ended up winning a playoff game. And then last year they took a step back. And then the beginning of the year, they're like, this team's no good. But this defense, that Will Anderson has become a superstar. But I don't know. CJ Stroud still kind of doesn't seem. I know Davis Mills won 3 games, the backup. What are some of your feelings, Axel, on like your feeling of the Texans? If you had to pick them like to go far in the playoffs, do you think they could do it with just that defense and some plays from Stroud?
You know what, Solo? I do. I do.
You may not kiss the bride.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he lost, what's his name? He lost his best buddy, who's still out. Who's that receiver? What is it? Nico Collins or the other guy who's
Collins is
Dell.
the best one, but he's playing. Collins was playing
Tank
on Monday.
Dell is the
no
one.
Tank Dell,
Sunday.
right? Yes.
Oh, Tank Dell, yeah.
Tank Dell is still out.
And then Diggs left and went to New England.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think that Stroud is a bit streaky. But I think like what we're saying, once you get into the playoffs, but then I don't know, I feel about the same thing I feel about him like Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
where at certain times you think, wow, they could be really good. But then sometimes they look really average and they just look flustered. But then you can have a streak. I mean, look, Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls. And that's another thing I was going to say. Philip Rivers in the Hall of Fame, and we're debating Eli Manning. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls. What did Philip Rivers win?
Yeah, he had better stats in the regular season, but didn't win it
Nothing.
to one AFC championship and lost to the
Nothing.
Patriots, I believe.
Yeah.
That was it.
So
Yeah, but you
So
still
anyway.
it's not all about the Super Bowl though.
No,
I mean,
it is. It isn't.
for
It
me,
is.
it is Ando.
But to
yeah,
Axel,
sure is. Screw Dan Marino.
so Brett, I want to bring this up to you, Brett, and then we can all finish up the red zone with this thought. So I'm looking, of course, at the power rankings and playoffs, Axel, and we should probably hit what's going on with playoffs and see if there's any teams we can send to loser town. But I'm looking at the top teams, especially in the AFC. Broncos, Bo Nix, Patriots, Drake May, Texans, Laurie Stroud. Bills, Josh Allen. Okay, we may not have Lamar. We may not have Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes in the
This is
playoffs.
fun. I think
This
is
would be
fun.
the year that, hey, Josh Allen,
Yeah.
I just wish the defense was playing better and it was more last year's team because I think he could get over the hump and beat
Yeah.
these guys.
And look how
but-
shitty Jalen Hurts is playing too. Like
Oh
you
my
look
God,
at
he
some
looks-
guy,
He looks lost,
I
guys.
like that. I that makes me that's one of the
Yeah.
most exciting things about this season for me because it's tiring to see the same people. So, you know what? If out of those guys, the one guy that you thought was going to be good that is Josh Allen, I'm cool with that because we all like Helms Bills.
Wow,
And
Brett,
we
you
want them
sound
to
like
win.
Axel when I asked you the question. That was pretty impressive. That's the best impersonation.
Well, I
hadn't
like
talked
Josh.
for a while, so I answered.
I like Josh Allen too, but you got to consider the Hard Knocks curse. So I don't know if they're really going to go that far.
It's a Hard Knocks curse for us.
No, kidding. I love the Bills, possibly more than anybody else in the AFC right now, but I do love the Texans as well. I think I would pick them over like Denver and Jacksonville right now. There's somebody that might like upset a Buffalo,
Yeah.
Not that I want to see that happen, but
It's a crazy year.
it's like, yeah, I agree with Axel though. It's, we don't need the stars in the playoffs for everybody to be fixated on the playoffs. I mean, it's cool if Lamar, and Patrick Mahomes are there, but I don't think we need them.
We'll get new stars. New
I like
people
that.
will
Speaking of new
stand
ones,
up.
I have a question for you guys. Did any of you guys watch the Packers and Bears game?
Yes. I watched a bit of it from the basketball thing. When I
Okay,
could.
so the Packers won this game, but I think I would still trust Caleb Williams over Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Love had a few nice plays, and then he made a few throws that I'm like,
Right.
what are you doing, man? I mean, it's like Jameis Winston type stuff going on with him
Yeah.
sometimes.
I
And
agree.
Caleb constantly was getting out of pressure. I mean, Caleb is getting a lot better quick, I
He's
think.
so big too, man.
Yeah.
He's so big and strong.
He's
His
extended
pocket
plays.
presence has been excellent.
That's how I
Extended
like him, man. Big and
plays.
strong
Mhm.
like Solo. Big shoulders.
And I mean, he'd be really as much as I don't want to see the Bears do well, he'd be really fun to watch in the playoffs, I think.
Yeah. And if it was snowing too. Imagine if the playoffs is all snow games.
I wouldn't leave
No Sun Bowl.
my couch. No, no Sun Bowl though.
Sorry, Brett. No Sun
This
Bowl.
is actually Lambeau Field for the record.
It does snow there.
Yeah,
It snows there.
the Snow Bowl
Well, in the you mentioned the playoffs, Solo.
playoffs.
Playoffs.
About
One thing I
playoffs?
did want to mention, I want to say just some streaks that are going on, which I found interesting. Patriots have won 10 games in a row. Okay? The
Wow.
Broncos have won 10 games in a row. The Raiders have lost 7 games in a row.
Well,
The
that one tracks.
Giants have lost 7 games in a row. The Commanders have lost 8 games in a row.
Oh my
Wow.
word!
Okay? The Packers have won 4 games in a row. The Cardinals have lost 5 games in a row. The Seahawks and the 49ers have both won 3 games in a row. I said in a row a lot there, but I just thought
I like
that
that.
was interesting to see the teams that just fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why the scratch
Yeah.
off list is a good thing.
You know, there's one other streak you missed. The Vikings have played in 2 shutouts in a row. Granted, one week they got shut out, and then this week they shut somebody out. So
There you go, Ando. And the Jets have played in 1 million games that didn't matter in a row. For 15 years in a row.
Kind of like the Bears Packers rivalry, right?
Yeah, that's true. I know everyone's been saying that's
The one-
pretty
I know,
true.
everyone's
But
been
this
saying
one
the
was good though. This one was good.
No, this
so-
was good. The only memory I have 2 memories of Packers Bears. One, Jay Cutler sitting out the NFC Championship, and 2, the fridge scoring against the Packers on Monday Night Football in the '85. Those are the only 2 memories I have. And then I have one memory in 1947, but it's not coming in too clear.
Well, speaking of though, the Rams, I should say the Packers and the Bears, that's the most notable thing that happened, which is what Andy pointed out last week, which is that if the Bears lost, they would fall from 1 to the 7, which they did. They fell 6 spots down
That's
to the
crazy.
7th spot. But I think they still have a good chance, and I think they'll make the playoffs. The Lions fell out. The Colts fell out. Ravens are out. Chiefs are out. Your Cowboys.
There's still a lot of stuff that can happen, like in the NFC especially. There's
yes.
2 10-3 teams. There's 2 9-4 teams and a 9-3-1 team. All 5 of those teams could go anywhere between 1 and 7 right now.
Yeah.
They're so bunched up together.
Yeah. This is, we're getting to the point where, things do matter. Though I should say in the AFC, I don't know. I feel like this is what it's going to be. When I look at the AFC right now, I don't think the Colts, Ravens, or the Chiefs are going to make it in.
They sure don't look like it right now, do they?
Who's the 7th seed right now?
Houston.
Houston. And then you have Colts,
jeez.
Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins, Bengals. And I don't think any of those teams are going to make it. Looking at who they're playing coming up.
Yeah, because the
I don't
Colts, there's no way the Colts can
Chiefs have to
win.
The Chiefs have to win like 3 of 4 and then
They'd have to win out.
I think
think
that
I-
went
I-
out. Yeah.
They
I
went
think
out
could.
and they need help. They need
think
help
we're
too.
gonna
I
get-
think if they
That's
went
the
out.
sucky part when you need help.
Yep.
Yeah. Nobody likes help solo. Do it on your own. Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Texans. That could be our AFC playoffs. And if it is, I'm okay
fine
with that.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. That's fun.
Steelers go out in the first round. Who else goes out in the first
There
round?
is a scenario where the Chiefs could be eliminated this week. So if they lose,
I
and
hope so.
a couple other things happen. I mean, it would have to have a lot of stuff happen, but it is possible for them to be
Even
knocked
though
out this
nothing
week.
against Patrick Mahomes, but I have a dream. And my dream is that what happens is they get eliminated. You know where this
okay.
is going. And in the offseason, the Jets are like, and the Chiefs are like, fuck it. Andy Reid retires, Kelsey retires, and Mahomes is like, look, I gave you motherfuckers Super Bowls. Let me go to New York, to the New York Jets, where I want to play. Okay?
What a business.
And
That
then
is
they
that is
say
not where I
first
thought
round,
you were going.
Jets give them their first round pick and
You're
the Colts
smoking the
first
good
round
stuff
pick,
tonight, aren't you, Axel?
and the second round pick for actually they don't have one. Third round pick for Patrick Mahomes and a first round pick next year. And Patrick Mahomes goes to the Jets.
You have enough draft picks to pull it off.
Told
That's
you.
true.
Could happen.
I actually thought you were going the route of the Chiefs are so bad that Taylor's going to call off the wedding and Travis is going to retire and go cry somewhere. But
I don't think
I
that
guess
is
not.
real either. I don't even think Taylor
No.
Swift exists. She's AI. That's how I feel.
IA. AI.
Let's
I will
pick,
say
baby.
on
Let's pick.
the Packers
Oh.
Bears rivalry
What?
going on right now. The
Going on right
rematch is in
now.
2 weeks.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
right.
Oh yes.
So
That's gonna be
that
fun.
was a great game on Sunday.
Oh, we'll be in
They
West
play
End in
again 2 weeks
so
from
I'll
now.
have to
Sunday?
watch it.
Less than 2 weeks from now.
And
actually they're playing at the same time as a college football playoff game. That's like the first round of the college playoffs that weekend. But anyway,
Wow.
the
the Rams
tuned
and the
because
Seahawks play
after-
again too. So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And Tampa Bay and
Carolina.
Bay's,
That's
yeah.
right. Because starting
Twice.
after this week, we have a couple Saturday
NFL,
games.
They knew what they were doing. NFL scheduler.
yeah.
They don't
Oh,
care.
by the way, can I say one thing before we go on? Because we didn't talk too much about the games last week, but I just want to give one quick props to Justin Herbert. Wow, that guy earned my respect this week. What a fucking game. Getting
And-
knocked around like we
and he
talked
did
about
by
this
his
solo.
players. His players
Yeah.
were like
How
number
many times
10.
he had no offensive line, motherfucker getting hit with a broken hand, getting up,
Oh.
looking like Brad Pitt too, young Brad Pitt. There you
Starting
go,
to
man.
look, I always said that, Brad Pitt, but I'm starting to think Boyd Holbrook a little more now. I'm leaning towards Boyd
Really?
Holbrook. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. He's a lot bigger than him though, dude. Boyd
No, I'm
Holbrook
not
is
talking
that
size. Brad Pitt's not big.
but
Yeah.
he gives the impression of being taller than he is, Brad Pitt. I think. Whereas I don't know if, but I like Boyd Holbrook.
I mean, we can't.
Is it
I'm talking about face, not
Oh,
not
yeah,
Holbrook,
he's a little rougher.
Axel.
He's not. He's a little rougher, maybe. Anyway, it was that game. His performance
down.
was amazing. I know we were talking about Eagles falling and Jalen Hurts not doing well, throwing all those interceptions. Seemed like every time he went back to pass, he was going to throw an interception.
Two turnovers in one sequence.
One play, yeah.
Crazy.
Because of the
God.
fumble and the interception. Oh man.
Crazy.
That's impossible.
But really, it was Herbert that was the story of that game. He was amazing. Like
That's
7,
Jim
8
Harbaugh.
sacks, and
That's what Jim Harbaugh would do back in the day. He was a tough as
that's
nails
football,
quarterback.
baby. That was like
And
a
that's-
playoff game.
Dude, it was great.
Great.
I
All right,
loved
let's
it.
do it. Pick it.
All right.
Okay. Last week, Brett and I both led the pack with 7 games out of 14. So, and Axel and Solo both had 6 wins. The overall lead, Solo is still clinging to a 3-game lead on Axel, 6 games on Brett. I'm still about 13 back, but I've at least had 2 weeks in a row where I haven't been like in double-digit losses, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, we didn't do Brett's thing. Brett wanted me to look, but this is the first I'm hearing of it, Brett. That's my initial reaction. I had no idea.
I figured you weren't going to be too excited about this one because it's a pretty ho-hum week.
I know. I gotta get. Wow, I had a lot of
Which is-
Rebuses too.
It's unusual for Axel because usually he's like way
Yeah.
low or way
One or the
high.
other, yeah. I'll say I won't do it when we have some crazy where somebody has 13 wins or 14 losses. Then I'll let Axel take care of it.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of Rebuses. All right, let's fucking do this.
Okay, so we have got. Oh, you know what? I didn't update the lines, but I guess that's okay. Nobody else updated the lines, did they? Brett, you didn't have you changed anything?
I did not.
Like Brett did some lines at the Sun Bowl.
Well, I expect that.
Ish.
So, let's see. What do we have for an order this week? We have Axel first, then me, then Solo, then Brett. First up, we have the 4-9 Falcons at the 7-6 Bucks. Let's see. Tampa is still the 4 seed, same record as Carolina, and still 2 matchups left there. So the Bucks need to win. Bucks are favored by 4.5 at home. Axel.
You know what, man? I'm sorry, Brett, but this is where Baker starts bouncing back, getting a little healthy. Bucks.
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 Oh no, we're 0-1 in clean, or we're 0-20 in clean sweeps, aren't we?
That's last week we went 1-3, so we're 26-41 overall. So
Oh,
that is
boy.
going to be a
So-
Falcons winner right there.
That could be a switcheroo
Good.
if I ever.
Next up, we have the 3-10 Browns at the 9-4 Bears. Bears are the 7 seed, but only a half a game back from the Packers in the 2 seed and the number 1 in the North. So they also need to win this game. Bears are favored by 7.5 at home.
Too many points for me. I think it's going to be close. I'm going with the Browns here.
Yeah, I like the Bears, but I don't like them this much. Browns will keep it close. I'm also with the Browns, Axel.
I was leaning towards the Browns, but I'm going the Bears in a rout. Shador 4 picks.
Ooh.
I do like Shador, but I am also going da Bears.
Polish sausage.
Next up, we have the 6-7 Ravens at the 4-9 Bengals. Ravens are the 9 seed currently, still got a chance. Bengals are technically still not dead. They are currently the 12th in the 12th spot, but will be eliminated if they lose the game. Ravens are favored by 2.5 on the road.
What's wrong with Lamar? I don't know. I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, you texted that something looked wrong, and I watched that game back last night, and I agree with you. Lamar, something's wrong there. Joe Burrow looked great. I'm going with the Bengals here.
You know, you said that, and we were all agreeing. And then I think it was ESPN. I don't know if it was Ryan Clark. Somebody was going over differences, what Lamar was doing. And there was times where he could have kept running and getting a first down, but he went down. And he wasn't making the aggressive plays like he normally does with his legs. So there's always been some weird stuff mentally with the contract. And remember the one year he
Agree.
didn't come.
Mhm.
There's
He went
something
Duke
going
during
on.
one game.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going the Bengals as well because I like a close game.
I'm going the Bengals as well.
Next up,
What's
we
that?
have the 3-10 Cards at the 8-5 Texans. Texans are the 7 seed. They control their destiny. Texans are also favored by 9.5 at home.
A lot of points, but Cards are doo-doo. As I said, they lost many games in a row. Texans!
Yeah, Cards suck. Texans.
I like that it's under 10. Give me the Texans.
Man, I don't like this pattern. I'm going Texans as well.
Oh, this might be the week we have the greatest weeks ever.
Next up, the 3-10 Jets at the 9-4 Jags. Jags are the 3 seed, have a 1-game lead on the Texans for both the 7 seed and for the lead in that division. So even though they're at the 3, they could easily fall back real quick. Jags are favored by 12.5 at home.
It's probably going to be Brady Cook starting for the Jets, and which I like. Give the kid a try, but Jags.
God, I hate taking all these high point spreads too, but I can't take the Jets here. Jags.
It's tough to lay 12.5 with a Jags team, but the Jets screwed me last week and they just I can't see. I see a late cover Jags.
Next up, the
Yeah.
9-4. Oh, sorry, Brett.
Come on,
Sorry.
Andy. Well, I was just about to say I'm going to break the trend here because
Nice.
I'm going Jets, baby.
Good for you.
Too many
Brett. I'm proud
points.
of you. I'm
Too many
proud of you.
points.
Do you think the Jets can score more than 12 points?
On special
well,
teams.
the Jags are also kind of, I don't know,
I
streaky.
know.
So-
The Jags aren't a trustworthy betting team.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Next up, the 9-4 Chargers at the 6-7 Chiefs. Chargers are the 5 seed. They're 2 back of Denver in their division and the first number 1 seed, so probably out of reach. Chiefs are the 10 seed, 2 back of the 7th. The Chiefs can be eliminated with a loss and help. Chiefs are favored by 4.5 at home. Axel.
They will be eliminated. Chargers.
Yeah, I think I've picked with Axel every time. I'm going to keep doing it because the Chiefs are going to lose their 3rd game in a row, and the temper tantrums are going to start from the bench. Chargers.
Chargers are a funny team to predict because they do those gutsy wins like they did against Eagles and then will lay an egg on the road or something. I'm in one last gasp. No, screw it. I'm going Chargers. I can't. McConkey. I can't. Chiefs screwed me.
Drinks on solo.
I don't know.
Brett?
Bear is injured. Maybe that's affecting this line because it's a lot of points. And I'm also going Chargers.
Next up, we have maybe the game of the week, the 9-4 Bills at the 11-2 Pats. Bills are the 6th seed. Pats are the 2 seed. Pats won the first meeting in Buffalo 23-20. Patriots will clinch the East with a win. Bills are favored by 1.5 on the road.
That Pats, this is going to be all about that heart. Joshy boy, the love of Haley Steinfeld is going to get you through. The Bills.
I can't wait to watch this game, but I'm going to go with the Pats.
You
I think they
know,
got something to prove.
that would mean the Pats would sweep the Bills and Josh Alien. I think they're gonna do it, Pats.
Oh, nice misdirection solo.
Kind of agree. Give me the Patriots.
Read the
Bills win by
promo.
1 point.
There you go.
Hey, guess-
There you go.
Guess what team Revis played on? The Pats.
Next up,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this game has been flexed to the Lifetime channel. It's the 3-10 Commies at the 2-11 Giants.
Ando,
Giants-
not even the Lifetime channel, the Lifetime movie channel, the
Oh,
one that no
Lifetime
one
movie
ever
channel.
gets.
I was off.
I think it's Court TV.
Court TV. Yeah.
Spike TV.
Giants are favored by 2.5 at home.
I'm gonna take whichever. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with the Commies.
I watched every snap of that Commies game last week, and they have given up. I'm taking the Giants.
Jackson Dart. Give me the Giants.
Well, as Axel said earlier, the Commies are on his losing a lot of games in a row list. Actually, the Giants are too, aren't they? Wow.
Mhm.
Yep. This is
Somebody's
a
going to
That's
break.
why it's on
matchup
the
made in
Lifetime
heaven.
Movie Network.
It's gonna be a tie, 3-3.
A lot of crying
Um,
in this game.
Give me the Commies.
Oh, we got a little split screen there. I like it.
There you go.
Next up, we have the 2-11 Raiders. Man, there is some bad teams out there, isn't there? At the 8-5 Eagles. Eagles are the 3 seed. They're 1.5 back of Green Bay for 2, and they lead Dallas by 1.5 for the East. Eagles are favored by 11.5 points.
I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but I'm taking the Raiders.
God, the points is too many, and I'm gonna stupidly take the Raiders too. I think after that, all the shenanigans with the point spread and stuff, they're gonna want to try and prove something. So I'm gonna take the Raiders here. It'll be closer than 11.5. They're still gonna get their
Yeah.
asses kicked, but
I don't think the Raiders can prove shit. This is going to be one of those Eagles game where all the fans think they're going to the Super Bowl again when they win 30-3. Give me the Eagles, but I'm hoping they lose. I really
That's
am
a-
because
that's
the
a good
Cowboys
thought,
need
Solo.
the loss. But
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way too many points.
this might be a Kenny Pickett game for all we know. Return to Philly. Kenny Pickett revenge game, Brett. I'm giving you free information.
I was trying to switch the table on you. I was going to say this is a lot of points, way too many points. However, the algorithm is saying to take
Oh.
the Eagles, so I'm going Philadelphia.
Oh, algorithm, man.
All right.
I'm gonna have to think about that game for a while. Next up, another one of the great games. Man, they're great. They're either great games or bad games this week. The 8-5 Lions at the 10-3 Rams.
But you skipped.
I
one.
skipped one. Sorry, I
Yeah.
got lost in my notes.
Very
Well, let's
good.
go back. Let's go back one. Let's go to the 9-3-1 Packers at the 11-2 Broncos. Packers are the 2 seed. They lead Chicago by half a game. Broncos are the 1 seed, tied with New England. And 2 games. So both teams really still do need a win. Broncos will clinch a playoff spot with the win. Packers are favored by 2.5 on the road.
Wow. What a game, right? This also starts the late games. You know what? I'm going with the Broncos, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think this Broncos pass defense is going to make Jordan Love look not so loved anymore. I will take the Broncos.
Rice Pop ain't coming through that door. Give me the Broncos.
Another clean sweep, Broncos.
Now we will go to another great game. A couple of good games in the afternoon. Late slate. That's unusual. 8-5 Lions, the 10-3 Rams. Detroit is the 8 seed currently, a game back of the Bears, so they're still very much in it. Rams are the 1 seed, we've already talked about. They can clinch a playoff spot with a win, and they control the number 1 seed if they win out. There's actually 2 teams that control the number 1 seed if they win out. We'll talk about the other one later. Rams are favored by 5.5 at home.
Well, sorry, one Mike. This is going to be one more loss. Rams. They look awesome, that offense.
Yeah, it seems like it's on the border of too many points, but I like the Rams here too. I'm not Lions. Something's not quite clicking with the Lions yet, and the Rams are all around good.
It's always nice when something's not clicking with the Lions and they beat your team by 14 points. So that's always fun. I'm going to take the points and the Lions. I think this will be a field goal game.
that's
I
always
like
fun.
I like that pick solo, and I like it to lose. Give me the Rams.
Oh, Brett is vicious.
Fucking Revis.
Brett is saucy.
He's gunning for me.
Next up is the 7-6 Panthers, the 3-10 Saints. Panthers by 2.5 on the road.
Brett's saucy, salty. Saucy, salty.
Oh, Lord.
Listen.
Hey, DVR podcast is live on YouTube.
Did
you know that?
The Panthers versus the Saints. I just woke up and I found out that I'm picking the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
Panthers.
Give me the Panthers.
It's Brett's team, Bryce Young, your boy.
I'm definitely rooting for them to win the NFC South.
The 2-11 Titans are going out to San Francisco against the 9-4 49ers. Niners are the 6th seed, but only 1 game out of the 1 seed. They are favored by 12.5 at home.
Yeah, this is a perfect time. The 49ers were off last week. Nobody's talking about them, right? Then they're going to come out and fucking not do good because I'm picking the Titans here.
Niners are going to smash the Titans. I'm taking the Niners. I don't care if it's 12.5.
I have to agree with you. San Fran.
We'll see. I ain't a believer.
Yes, the model likes San Francisco by a little more than
what
12.5.
Kathy Ireland? Kathy Ireland likes
McPherson.
Kathy, nice. Yeah.
Cindy Crawford likes the algorithm. Okay.
McPherson, number 1.
I'm going to put Axel on Revis Island with the Tennessee Titans in this game.
And Rachel Hunter, too. Rachel Hunter and Elle McPherson, 1-2 for me all time.
Next up, we have the 8-5 Colts at the 10-3 Seahawks. Colts are the 8th seed, but we all know what's happening there. The Seahawks are the 5th seed, but they also control the 1 seed. If they win out, they will be the number 1 seed. Seahawks are favored by 13.5 at home.
Listen, man, please keep on losing, Colts. That saucy pick.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry you got hurt, Sauce. This pick is going to be great for us. I'm telling you, bros. We're getting Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to pick. That's too many points, though. Phillip Rivers, get the fuck out. I'm taking. That's too many points, though. No, I'm doing it. Seahawks.
Yeah, that Seahawks defense is going to destroy whoever the Colts put behind center. The Seahawks will win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Sam Darnold, Hall of Famer. Give me the Seahawks.
Former Jet.
Give me the Seahawks to be up by more than 2 touchdowns late, and then Rivers comes down with a garbage TD to get the backdoor cover.
Is Rivers going to make the whole game, or is he going to come in the 4th quarter?
He's going to bring his grandson in.
Ryan
He's
Leaf
going to
should
have
come
a
back to this
grandson in
game.
the 4th quarter.
He's coming in relief because it's such a blowout that they're bringing in Rivers, but then he still gets the backdoor cover. So give me the Colts.
I like that. No,
Okay, before we go to the next game, I am switching my Eagles-Raiders pick. I cannot, in my heart, go with the Raiders. I am switching to the Eagles.
Switcher. Ooh,
wow.
The switcheroo zone.
Holy shit.
Next up,
that I am on Revis Island on that. No,
with the Raiders and the Titans, Axel. So
yeah.
You're changing from the Raiders to the Eagles. Okay.
Yes.
I need to indicate a
And
switcheroo
this is my
somewhere
real
on this
picks,
sheet.
folks. I am not trying to. This is how I really feel. I'm
This-
going with it.
Yeah,
Next
no, that's
up.
how you should.
We have Around the Couch Bowl number 16.
Oh,
Wow.
16.
It is the
Wow.
5-8 Vikings at the 6-1 Cowboys.
Wow.
Cowboys are the 10 seed, currently 2.5 behind the Bears for the 7, but only a game and a half behind Philly for the East.
Yeah,
Vikings will officially be eliminated if they lose this game. Cowboys are favored by 5.5 at home.
Vegas zone.
This, my friends, is what we call a game that people are not expecting. That's going to be really fun and come down to the wire. And that's why I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings.
Come on, baby, come to Fred Meyer.
If this game was 3, it would be different, but the Cowboys' biggest strength is their passing attack. The Vikings' biggest strength on defense is their passing defense. They've been very good against passing teams lately. I think they'll keep it close. I still think the Cowboys win this game, but it's too many points. I will take the Vikings.
I don't know.
Axel took the Vikings. Is
Yes.
that right? Okay.
I don't know what Cowboys team's gonna show up. I really don't. But you know what? I'm gonna go the Cowboys. What the hell?
Why
not?
There you go.
Why
big
not?
Go
boy.
for it.
Why
You
not?
tell him, Solo.
Why not?
Why not? Fuck it.
Love it.
Let's do this.
JJ McCarthy's gonna throw 6 touchdowns
I
and
told
6
you.
picks.
Double his career total in one game, Solo, huh?
He's gonna have 4 fumbles on one play.
I like the Vikings to cover. I can see the Cowboys winning by 4-ish points, but
You can see the win by 4.5 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah, 3 to
25,
5.
20.
5. Oh wow, what a game!
Give
for
me the
Monday
Vikings.
I'm on Revis Island with the Cowboys. Oh
Night. There
boy.
you go.
Next up, Monday Night Football, the 6-7 Miami Dolphins at the 7-6 Steelers. Miami is 2 games out of the 7 seed, so technically
Kinda
still
fun.
alive. Who would have thought that
Yeah.
a few weeks back?
Kind of fun.
Pittsburgh is
Lachlan must be
currently the
excited.
4 seed.
Yes,
One
it
game
can.
ahead of Baltimore. Miami can be eliminated with loss and help. So the Steelers are favored by 3 at home.
Well, of course, Aaron Rodgers has to annoy me by probably winning this game. The Dolphins destroyed the Jets, but that's not really saying much, you know? I'm going to go with the Steelers here.
I hate it, but I'm going to agree with you. I think I want to take the Dolphins, but I'm going to take the Steelers.
Last week everyone picked the Jets because of the cold weather thing with the Dolphins, but it wasn't that cold. I mean, it was cold, but this is Monday night, Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold. Tua's going to wish he didn't ride the bus. Give me the Steelers.
I picked the Dolphins.
Wait a
No, I mean,
second.
last week. Last week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I
Yeah.
should have went with
Yeah.
you,
Damn.
Fred Meyer.
I'm there right
Um,
now.
Y'all are really underestimating the Dolphins. You know they have the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs right now.
I don't
man.
care. I don't
That's
care.
true. I'm
I
taking
also
for
like
Tua.
I also
They
like
didn't play the
Pittsburgh
same
here.
game.
Give me the Steelers.
There we go.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that about does it. Thank you, Andy, for taking us through those picks. Very nice. We have a lot of Revis Islands. We got a bunch of wow, we got
Revis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sweeps that we all picked together. We'll see how it
Thanks.
turns out in the NFL next week. But you know what, guys? It's time for me to say goodnight and say thank you to everyone, all our patrons, our friends, our lovers, our compadres, our compadros. I'm going to leave because it's time to move over to the love seat
Love
and talk
seat,
about
baby.
college football. Solo's got his U buff on. Is that what you call it? Do you call it a buff? That's what they call it on Survivor.
I don't know what it's
Buff.
called.
But I'm
It's a
gonna
do-rag.
keep the do-rag. That's what
Yeah,
I
do-rag.
call it.
That's
I
what I
thought
do.
do-rags were over the head. No.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm
Oh, I
taking
think you're
myself
probably right.
out of the video, then I'm gonna mute myself, and then you guys just text me when you're done. And
Wow,
you know
Axel.
what I need to do? I need to make Andy the host.
Are we going to split this into 2 pods or?
No, I think we're gonna leave it. The extravaganza, because the love seat's gonna be bowl preview, playoff preview. This is the funnest section of the year.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
keep it as one
All
because
right.
we did Axel a
Take
favor
care,
and did this
guys.
pod in like 33 minutes or whatever it
It's
was.
awesome. Yeah, I'm
for
gonna
him.
go watch the new Vanderpump Rules and Southern Charm.
Don't
folks.
tell the football
Okay?
listeners that's what you're going to listen to, Axel.
That's
just,
what I'm
just
going
go.
to do. Oh, let me tell you, there's a lot of dudes out there. Don't shake your head, Soli. You'll be working at Sir soon enough. You'll be on that show. There. Oh, he's there. The new star of Vanderpump Rules. Keith Santazzo, the Italian
Oh,
stallion.
God.
Later, guys.
Vanderpump.
Love you all. By the way,
Is that a
one
penis
last thing.
pump?
Can I tell you one last thing before I go?
Oh my. Yes, please.
Yes, please do.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
We love you too, Axel.
Good night.
Have fun.
All
Say
right,
hi to the
Axel.
missus for us.
I think
All
I need to
right.
take like a 60-second break. Am I
Okay.
allowed to do that just real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna do the same. I'll be back in 49 seconds. Be quick. Hey, baby. Gotta tell you something.
Save us, Rich Gannon. Very nice. I'm a
Oh,
little
I'm,
slow.
Rich.
I'm changing it now back since we're back to college. So
Max. Nice.
the lineage of great Gophers quarterbacks is not very long. So
Nice.
You could probably start for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Oh, okay.
All right. I was going to do that.
All right, so Ando, I guess when you're ready, just record when you give us the okay, and then we'll just love seat it.
Oh, I haven't been recording. He's recording on his stuff.
Oh, okay.
This just kept running. We're gonna have to tell him to edit it a little bit,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
out of the middle here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. You guys ready for the love seat?
Ready?
Yeah, baby.
Here we go. We live on Love Seat and shaking salt on Love Street. And Brett is there with his algorithms. Axel's upstairs watching Vanderpump. Da, 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 do. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my favorite part of the podcast all year, the playoff/bowl extravaganza, where we go over every bowl, every sponsor, and we laugh and try to figure out stuff. But we also talk the playoffs. This is the second year of the playoffs, gents. The table is set. Of course, we have big controversy that we'll talk about, where Alabama and Miami got in over Notre Dame. Notre Dame was ranked the whole time, and they did this Brett switcheroo at the end. And I
And
didn't realize,
BYU too.
Not
BYU also got
supposed to
screwed.
do that. Yeah.
and I just
I've-
realized Michigan's coach got fired, and now he's like on the run from the police or something's going
Yeah.
on.
Oh, is
Or
he on the run from the police?
I might. Well, he's being
Well, I know he got fired for inappropriate relationship.
today. Okay, there was breaking news that they're trying to get him in custody, or he might have done some things.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what
I
he
didn't-
did was he broke into somebody's house and like threatened to kill himself, had a knife held to his throat, and it's like some bad mental issues things
Oh,
going
no.
on. Like one of his assistant coaches or something is involved with it too. It's
Oh no.
I saw something right before we came on earlier, like an hour or so ago, that did not look good.
That's crazy.
Wow. That is
Wow.
sad.
Yeah. So yeah, great way to
But,
start the college portion
Yeah.
of the pod.
All right, this extravaganza that I talked so highly about. All right, Brett, I want to focus it on you. You came up with the Brett Power rankings, what they really did. I'm so eager to hear what your computer and your brain would have spit out for the playoffs versus what the committee did. And let's kind of just talk about this, because last year I remember, Boise State and Ashton Genty were in the playoffs, and I really thought they could beat Penn State. And then you're watching the game and you're like, nah, this ain't happening.
You had never seen Tyler Warren play, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him, but I didn't see him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this Penn State, I was like, wow, this Ohio State team is better than the one I saw against Michigan. So, and then Arizona State and Cam Scatteraboo went on a little run. So it was fun. And it's hard to believe that Notre Dame was in the championship last year and lost to Ohio State. I had forgotten about that. So anyway,
Yeah.
This is fun. I mean, I was gonna say we're in pig Latin. No, we're in dog shit. I don't know. Pig and shit.
Pig-
That's what I meant
pig
to
and
say.
shit.
Pig Latin.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, the playoffs, it's so much fun. I mean, granted, we had some blowouts last year, and Tennessee going to a, cold climate.
We'll have some blowout against you. There's quite
Probably
a couple.
we will, but I don't know. I got some thoughts,
So-
but I want to hit Brett first and let's get this train
Well,
on the right tracks.
last year you had the rule where you had to be a conference champion to get a bye,
That's right.
which is a really good rule in principle, because it saves the conference championship games, because they mean a lot in that instance. Even when you have like a number one versus number two in the rankings, they're still playing for something there. But they overreacted because you had Boise State and Arizona State getting a bye, and they were both ranked in 15 to 25 range or something. So then they gave it to just the top four best teams get a bye. Well, what I contest they should have done is keep that rule, but then use the rankings as the seed, so that you're not like, if you're the 5 seed, you're not playing the group of 5 winner and then round 2 playing the whatever conference champion get, the
Right.
that 5 seed has the perfect spot in that situation. But if you, like last year, Boise State would not have played Penn State in the second round. They would have played the best team, number 1, Oregon. So then you have that's more fair to Oregon too, as the 1 seed. They're not stuck playing Ohio State in the second round.
No.
I think there's one
Well,
thing that's fairly obvious. The College Football Playoff Committee has no idea what the hell they're doing. Continue, Brett.
So they kind of overreacted and said, "Oh, just give it a top." But that introduces different problems, like the fact that now conference championship games really don't mean anything, and
Literally.
yeah, but a lot of people are saying that it was a good move. I think overall it would have been better. I mean, the first rounds last year wasn't bad. It was more the second round mismatches, I think, and the fact that
Right.
all teams that with a bye lost. But that's not a trend, because you look at who had a bye last year. You had the 2 lowest ranked teams both had a bye. So anyway, I think at least 3 of the 4 games last year were won by the better team in those instances that the team with the bye lost. But anyway, coming back to this year, so you got the top 4 teams get a bye: Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech. Hard to argue with that. Looking at my model,
would you say Tech is the worst of the 4, would you say, or just because of competition?
yeah, uh, I would say they have the worst resume of those 4, according to my model here. But they're still number 4, and so they have a good resume. It's just not as good as the other
Right.
3.
Yeah.
And they actually flipped spots with BYU. So I had been on BYU's banging their drum for the past few weeks, and I didn't hear that anywhere else until this last week. I finally heard people in the week coming up to these final rankings talking about BYU seems to be ranked way too low based on the resume. So it kind of like vindicated what I had been arguing. But anyway, they did end up flipping spots. Now Texas Tech 4, BYU is still 5. They were 3. So BYU is still up there, and is the biggest discrepancy between my rankings and the committee. It was basically actually very close, other than BYU, which I would have had in as an at large. Oregon, I had 6 instead of 5. A&M, I had 7, but Ole Miss, I had 8. So I had A&M 1 spot ahead of Ole Miss. Still pretty close. But if you look at the big picture, Ole Miss is playing Tulane versus A&M playing Miami. So that's a huge difference in the seeding there, even though it's just 1 spot. I actually had Alabama 9, as did the committee. I know this is controversial, especially with Andy here on the panel. But the formula I decided to use was one that did not penalize you for losing the conference championship game. I flagged it as it's better than a regular season win, and it doesn't hurt you if you lose. So using that into the formula, Alabama still had a better resume than
You don't put much emphasis on margin of victory either, do you?
I don't put any emphasis on
That's
margin of victory,
okay.
for the record.
So it makes sense having Alabama here in those cases for sure.
Right. Yeah, I know they have the worst loss of everybody, but they also have the best win of everybody. So when you look a little deeper, I think they had more quality wins than Notre Dame, Miami, and those other 2 lost teams. So they didn't really drop. So I still had them at 9. Oklahoma had 10, and so that's another place where they would have been flipped. So I had Notre Dame 11, Utah 12, and Miami at 13. Now, don't get mad at me, Solo, because if this is not my opinion, okay? If I was a human voter, I would have honored the head-to-head there. But as far as looking at the full blind resume of both teams, and it's funny that some of these teams did move a little bit after the conference championship games. I think because you now get more credit for beating a conference champion. So the teams that appeared on other teams' schedule shifted their rating slightly. So Notre Dame actually went down from 12 to 13 after last weekend, and Utah went up from 13 to 12. But I mean, I'm sure they're almost basically tied. But anyway, so I probably would have still voted Miami in over Notre Dame. So all in all, the top 12 are very similar, other than BYU. So yeah,
Yeah.
but it's interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have BYU in there. I've been better BYU teams through the years. Like even last year's team, I thought was better than this year's.
And this year's BYU team is better than Alabama.
They did actually win a lot of.
Don't compare BYU to former BYU teams. Compare them to what's on there this year. That's my
No,
big
no, no,
thing.
no. I'm not. I'm just
Yeah.
for me. I
Yeah.
don't think this BYU team is as good as previous. But what I'm saying is, this is what bothered me though, especially with the debate. I happened to be watching I think it was Brady Quinn was on, and of course the Notre Dame homers, and everyone was saying, we want the best teams now. And then I'm like, well, if you want the best teams now, then what is the season about? I mean, does it mean nothing just because Notre Dame's beaten lackeys now? They lost to A&M and they lost to Miami. Okay. They beat USC. They haven't beaten anyone, Navy, sort of, but come on, that's not a huge win. They've crushed teams. They beat my true alma mater, Syracuse, by 60 something. But that doesn't make them the best team. Yeah, they might be hot right now. Even Miami, as much as I'm a Miami fan, I don't think they're one of the 12 best teams, but I just think they should have went in over Notre Dame if that was an option because they beat them head to head. But I mean, as much as I love Miami, they may not even get out of the first round. I mean, let's face it.
I
They
definitely think they're the best team in the ACC. So the fact that
Mhm.
they didn't, they should be in because of that. Now they got
Yeah.
in as an at large, but that's more because
Yeah,
of
and the ACC winner is not
issues.
in
Yeah.
in the playoff.
There was
So-
some stupidity there.
So maybe and I know you mentioned this on text, but for the podcast, I want to clarify it. I thought ACC had an automatic bid. You win the championship game, you go. Didn't that happen last year, or was that just because they were ranked higher?
I think it's because their conference champion was the higher ranked, I think, is why, wasn't it?
Is-
Because Virginia,
Yeah.
if they would have won, Virginia would have got in.
Yeah,
But since they lost, that's what let Miami in, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Virginia
Duke-
would have got in easy
got
ahead of
JMU in.
Tulane even.
Big,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a very weird year that it's going to happen like 98% of the time the Power Four teams are all going to get their champion in. But this is one of those weird years where you had a 5-loss Duke team who actually lost to 2 group of 5 teams and another non-conference loss. So they had three non-conference
but it was
losses.
the ACC tiebreaker or something. How they got in?
But they had 2 ACC losses and were tied with a bunch of other teams that had 2 ACC losses.
Yeah,
and
it's so ridiculous.
it came down to like
6-2,
really
6-2,
weird.
6-2, 6-2.
I heard the Syracuse Boston College game actually factored into them getting the tiebreaker.
Of course it did.
Like that's ridiculous. If you have a tie in the conference, go to the higher ranked. Send the higher ranked.
Yeah. What's
Or
funny
just-
though is
I was gonna say, or just have your board of directors of the conference, or whatever, say no. Miami is our representative. They win the tiebreaker because they are our team. I mean,
Right.
why is that any different than the NCAA tournament type of thing? Choose the best. If there's a tie, have the powers that be decided. I don't understand it.
and they could have
Duke
rewritten
should not
the
have been
rule.
playing in the ACC
No.
championship game.
I think they
Never.
could have rewritten the rule on the fly during the
Mhm.
season, and no one would have said anything. Even
Right.
back in the BCS days, I think one of the tiebreakers was who has the higher BCS ranking
Mhm.
is
I
the
think you're
conference.
right.
Like that's
Right.
one of the tie. So
Yeah.
even now more than ever, that should be one of the tiebreakers. But what's
Okay.
funny is that I
Oh,
actually
sorry.
had Duke by winning the ACC. They actually jumped barely ahead of James Madison in my rankings. I had them 22, James Madison 23, which means they would have gotten in ahead of James Madison in these rankings. But whatever.
Okay, so I want to go on a rant about Alabama, and this is using stuff that the committee has said publicly how they pick games and how they rank people. Okay, in the Power Four conference games, this season, Ohio State lost by 3, they dropped a spot. BYU lost by 27, they dropped a spot. Virginia lost by 7, they dropped out of the CFP completely. Alabama lost by 21, did not drop, did not move a spot in the rankings. In 2023, the Georgia Bulldogs were 12-0 going into the SEC championship game. They lost to Bama by 3. They dropped 4 spots in the rankings.
5.
5 spots. Okay.
They dropped from 1 to 6.
Okay. Yet again, Bama lost by 21. So they have proven that losing in the championship game should matter. A week and a half ago, Notre Dame was number 9, Bama was 10, Miami was 11. Between now and then, Notre Dame and Miami did not play. Bama got blown out, but somehow rose a spot, and the other two dropped without playing, and Bama lost and keeps going up.
Yep.
The head of the committee said that he made sure to tell the committee, go back and watch that week 1 game between Miami and Notre Dame. So the week 1 games mattered to them, but Bama getting their asses kicked by a 5-7 team that finished 13th in the ACC didn't matter.
Yeah.
Notre Dame had 2 losses, and I'm not a Notre Dame fan at all. Notre Dame had 2 losses by a combined 4 points to teams that are both in the playoffs.
Right.
Bama lost, besides losing huge to Georgia, they lost again. The Florida State loss should be damning. They are the first team in college playoff history with 3 losses to make the playoffs. BYU, Miami, Notre Dame, any of those 3 teams should have been in here before Bama should have been. There's tons of them. There's
I personally, having said that, I probably would have put Notre Dame in over them.
And like the Georgia win, yes, is a good
even though
win.
I said they didn't win.
That's the
beat
reason they were
anyone.
at the 9 spot in the first place, is that Georgia win. So they basically got credit for the Georgia win twice this week, which I don't it's judging by their own criteria. It's crazy. And all the Bama wins besides Georgia, none of the teams they have beaten this year finished in the top 25. All of them are out of the rankings at this point. Were they ranked when they played? Yes. But should you get credit for Tennessee and Vanderbilt not being in high anymore? I mean, Notre Dame still has the USC win. They're in the top 20. BYU still has wins over Utah and Arizona. They're both in the top 20.
Well, Vanderbilt is in the top
Oh, I
20.
forgot about those.
Oh, they
But
are? I
BYU
thought they
wins.
fell
Yeah.
out.
No, they're 14, I think. But anyway, your point is still taken.
So it's just and the other thing, it's not like that's the only team from the SEC. There's 5 teams in the 12-team tournament from the SEC.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if this was the only bid from the ACC or the only bid from the Big E or the Big Ten or whoever. But when it's your 5th team, the Bama thing just pisses me off. Like I say, Miami, BYU, or Notre Dame, all 3 of them deserve to be in there ahead of this Alabama team, in my opinion. Sorry, end of rant.
No, it's a good rant to have because, we can't keep expanding this playoffs because you're always going to get the cutoff teams. There's going to be a new complaint. There used to be a complaint with the 4 teams. Now we're at 12, and now there's new complaints. You know what? I mean,
it is interesting that back in the 4-team playoff, like Andy mentioned, you did have teams win or lose the conference championship game, drop, and a team that was sitting at home that weekend jump into the top 4. And that happened a few times, and it's interesting that they were okay with doing that, because you are penalizing the team for having to play an extra game when they lose.
yeah.
They're okay doing that, but they're not okay doing it now with the 12-team playoff. It is interesting. Now,
Yeah,
I'm sure that I'm not saying you should treat it exactly the same way. I mean, they are obviously changing their own rules constantly and are very inconsistent, and it's very frustrating. And
I don't think they have rules. I think they have teams that they want to have in there, and they're going to bend over back unless they're undeniable, like Indiana. You can't leave Indiana out. Do they want Indiana in the playoffs? I bet they don't. But when they're undefeated, you can't leave them out. But I mean, it is weird with Notre Dame and their fans that they wouldn't, and their viewership and everything, that they wouldn't have wanted them in there. But Alabama's still probably a bigger draw, I guess. I don't know.
I do think it came down to the head-to-head between Miami and Notre Dame, and it makes sense. Obviously, what doesn't make sense is the fact that they were not ranked anywhere near each other during these weekly rankings that have come out over the last month. That's the part that's bullshit. And I agree with Notre Dame in that respect, that these rankings are a farce until you get to the last one. And it's totally not fair to a Notre Dame fan who would see their team ranked 8th or 9th every single week. I mean, and then that sucks. But they should not have probably been ranked that way. It's the committee's fault for giving you, the raising your expectations or
And
skewing
well,
what's going on.
the one other thing with Alabama that I just remember too, and part of this was what you said with Brady Quinn was talking about at the end of the season. Bama finished the season 2-2. One of those games was against an F subdivision team, was not against. So I mean, they basically only have one quality win in the last month. So still has to play part of it. I don't the Alabama thing in there just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth because there's no reason they should be in there. I don't think.
Well, and the thing with Notre Dame is, I mean, yeah, they're playing best football. They look like one of the best teams. Sure, they do. But when they went 0-2, I know they played top teams, but they didn't fall like normal teams would, plummet, right? Were they still in the top 25 when they were
Oh,
0-2?
yeah.
They were
They're
still in the
never-
top 25.
How
They
can you
did
have an
fall a little
0-2?
bit, but it wasn't as far as most teams would, for sure.
I think that the pollsters not dropping Notre Dame, as
Yeah.
far as they should have,
They
is
do
what's
get propped
screwing
up too
some
much.
of
Yeah,
this up.
that's a
because
different thing. Well,
that allowed them to beat nobodies and be almost in the playoffs.
and that's everybody. Alabama barely dropped when they lost their first game to Florida State. Same
Right.
thing. They should have dropped way the hell down the rankings,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they were.
They
still
have no
top
problem
10.
dropping Syracuse and
Yeah, that's
how
It is
I mean-
interesting that the AP poll, I think, definitely does play a factor and influences the CFP committee, and the trends that they do, like what you're saying, because their rankings are from week one, they release them, so you can see that, and I feel like the committee kind of like sees that and says, okay, well, that's we have to kind of be close to that because these are the rankings kind of thing, instead of totally just
Right.
wiping the slate completely clean and then
Mhm.
building it back up. Because now it's your time to rank them however the fuck you want. Just be consistent with your criteria. But
Yeah.
it's interesting, that relationship there with the AP poll. I think it's something. It's significant.
Okay. So Notre Dame started the season AP at number 6. After their first loss, they dropped to number 9. Where's Alabama on here? Alabama dropped from number 8 to number 21 after their loss. So they did drop a ways, but still not out of the. And then after Notre Dame's second loss, they dropped to. They must have had a week off in between. They dropped to 24. When they were 0-2, they dropped to the 24 spot. So still.
Okay, well, a further drop than what I remembered.
Yeah. But still, your point is still. I think
But-
your point is still valid. The rankings play way.
But then,
too
as
much
long
of
as
a-
they win, they beat whoever, they'll start moving them up again. And
yeah.
eventually, I mean, it's
And their schedule was not that great this year.
no,
After-
and Notre
after
Dame
those two
usually
teams.
has a tough schedule, but USC is not the powerhouse it used to be. There's a lot of other teams that just aren't.
The ACC
The
deal where they
ACC
play,
went to
like
crap.
they
Yeah.
got Syracuse and Boston College this year, and
Yep.
Yeah.
so
It's tough because these teams in college football don't play the same team. They don't have like the similar schedules.
Yep.
The conference is the closest you can get, depending on your out of conference, but they schedule these things so far in advance too. You may have a home and home with the team and thinking, all right, this is going to be a great, and then one coach leaves, players leave,
I think
not
that's
the
one
same
reason why
matchup.
you have to look at the wins and losses, like the actual amount. That's why I said the big thing about the 3 losses. You have 3 losses. You shouldn't be and when there's other valid teams behind that are right there that are contested that only have 2 losses. I'm sorry, that loss should matter. Even if
Right,
it is
right.
even if it is against one of your losses against Georgia, which could be the best team in the country, it's still a loss. I mean, when the Gophers have those losses, they get dinged the hell out of them. Why doesn't Alabama? I get it. There's a history, and you know what I'm saying, though.
back in the 4-team day, the two losses was that threshold.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
I think literally
Yeah.
every single year for the entire 10-year run, I think there was never a 2-loss team that finished in the top 4, even if they were conference champions with 2 losses and
Mhm.
non-conference champions with 1 loss. They give it to the 1 loss. And you would think that logic would translate to the 12 team, but not with
So-
Alabama.
there's two other things that have really annoyed me, and I'm sure they have annoyed you guys as well. One was Notre Dame saying they're not going to play in the bowl game, and number
Yeah.
two is before this last weekend, there was I want to say it was the head coach of Texas and one of the other SEC schools. I'm sure you know, Brett. Basically threatening the college football playoff, saying if you guys don't do this, there's going to be repercussions. You don't put Alabama in, or you don't put Texas in, or whatever. Both things I think are complete bullshit and are hurting the sport really bad. I mean, Big Ten coaches have said shit like that in the past too. I'm not trying to single out the SEC, but this
Right.
stupid power play crap that the Big Ten and the SEC are trying to do really is pissing me off. And I'm a Big Ten guy. I hate to say that, but it's totally bullshit, I think. Do you guys have thoughts on either one of these two things?
It was probably Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, that said that.
Okay. I want
I'm
to say
assuming.
that who's the coach at Texas? Sarkisian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarkisian.
He
He
said
may have
something
said,
similar too.
yeah, because he's upset because he scheduled Ohio State as a non-conference game, and now he feels like he's being penalized for it because if they hadn't played, they would only had 2 losses and probably got in. The problem is you lost to Florida, who is ranked like
So
68th or something in my poll. So that's a bad loss.
So if
That's
anything,
even
he should be
worse.
pissed. He should be pissed at Alabama. Is who he should be pissed at because they have just as bad a loss, and they
Yes,
lost to the number 3 team way worse than he lost to the 1 seed.
right. You're not being penalized for playing the game. You're being penalized for losing that game, but you
Mm-hmm.
would have had that buffer if you hadn't have lost to Florida. So blame
Yep.
yourself. And the Vanderbilt coach actually said that. I don't know if y'all heard.
Oh, good for him.
Um, because the Notre Dame AD the last couple of days has been going scorched earth on
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
ACC and the committee and everything. And Vanderbilt, who was not like screwed as much as Notre Dame, but they were still there in contention. They finished 13th or 14th or whatever. And he came out and said, we have nobody to blame but ourselves. You know, we could have played ourselves in. We didn't play ourselves in. It's on
Well,
us. And just like the exact opposite of the
You're
Notre
right.
Dame
and
tape.
he's got to know even if he finished, even if he was 10-1, he might have had an issue because are they going to put in them over Alabama or Miami or Notre Dame or any of those schools? Vanderbilt has to be even better than it'd be like Syracuse or
Yeah.
the Gophers. You have to be even better to be considered. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. I was going to say something else there and I lost my train of thought. But anyways, what do you think,
It's
Solo?
I agree. That's all I'm going to say.
it sucks that I agree
Yeah.
with you as an SEC guy. You're a Big Ten guy, Andy. It sucks that these two conferences are just going to get whatever they want, and it's not what the fans want. It's whatever they want,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
And we're going to get stuck with it.
Yeah. See, I don't have an allegiance to the ACC like I did the Big East when it was the Big East and everything.
Yeah,
That was like my conference. Now ACC, I'm not like I like the ACC, but I'm not like you guys where you have your schools and you've been in that I mean, there's a different history there, and you guys have better conferences, of course.
I
But
remember what it was. The ACC did something super cool that I read about that I loved. I thought was hilarious. Like over the last, what was it, weekend? And I think this was one of the things that the Notre Dame commissioner was going on, or the Notre Dame AD was going off on, was that the ACC network replayed the Miami Notre Dame game like 20 times over the last week and a half
yeah,
on their
endless
network.
loop.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
like that is so awesome. I love being
They
that
did
petty.
have that
That's the
on.
kind of pettiness I love in college football.
Hey,
I
I
mean,
always
you can't.
I always say that the one time, and they did this, I don't know if they did this before, but when it was a Heisman Trophy, I think the year Chris Winkie won for Florida
Mhm.
State, ESPN Classic already had scheduled that night before it was announced Florida State games, like because they showed like 2 or 3 of the Heisman. So I go, I guess Winkie's gonna win this, and this was like in the afternoon, and then sure enough, he won. I'm like, somebody at ESPN.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Let the cat out of the bag. Um, no, I mean, yeah, it's tough, and we're gonna have this debate, and for whatever reason, I'm just actually kind of shocked that Notre Dame's still not in. I know the head-to-head with Miami, but I'm kind of shocked that the committee, if they want the best brand out there, that Notre Dame is still a big brand, but I'm actually shocked. I know the
Well,
head-to-head is what did it. If Miami and Notre Dame didn't play, Miami would not be in.
Yeah, and I think that's
Right.
exactly right. It was one of those. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I said, Indiana being undeniable. They had to put him in there. When Miami and
Yeah.
Notre Dame are that close to each other, you have no choice. You
You
can't.
have no choice there because they did that. Well, Alabama and Texas last year. Is that the head-to-head that everyone was
Was
talking
that?
about, or was it Georgia
I can't
head-to-head?
remember which one it was. It was one of
Was
them.
it Georgia, Texas,
Oh,
or
it
I
was
forget?
two. It was 2 years ago
Was that
when
2 years ago?
Georgia was number one undefeated. Actually, that was the 29 game win streak going for the three-peat year,
Oh,
and they
that's
lost to
right.
Alabama by 3 in the SEC championship game. And one reason they dropped all the way to 6, even though they were probably one of the top 4 best teams, if you're
Mhm.
getting the best teams in, according to Vegas, I think they would have been favored against like anybody on a neutral field or whatever. But they dropped that far because, well, they had to keep Alabama ahead of Georgia because they just beat them head to head. And they had to put Texas ahead of Alabama because Texas had beaten
Beating
Alabama
Alabama. That's
in
what it
the first
was.
game of the year.
Yep.
So they had to honor that head to head. Therefore, they had to have Texas 2 spots higher than Georgia or whatever. And that was the math
Hmm.
that they were using.
Yeah.
So, most deserving, best, whatever. That Georgia kind of got unlucky that year. I mean, they could have played themselves in, but they were kind of unlucky at the same time
Mm.
with all that, head to head dynamic.
Yeah. All right,
So either
boys.
way, I'm still excited to watch the playoff. It's still going to be
Yeah.
fun. I'm just
Oh yeah.
the Alabama thing just pisses me
It's
off so
healthy.
bad.
It's
That's
healthy
good.
debate, and you know.
Hopefully they lose in the very first game, which is that
Yeah.
first Friday night
Yeah.
game at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the sun does
I never
shine.
thought I'd be cheering for Oklahoma, but here we are.
John Mateer, baby. All right. Now to my favorite segment, the bowls. The bowls,
The balls.
where we go over the bowls and we just say whatever comes to our mind. This is I live for this moment. Okay, so Saturday, December 13th. That's this Saturday. Now, I always get this confused. I know this isn't like an FBS bowl, but the Cricket Celebration Bowl is the first of the bowl games at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, on ABC, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. South Carolina State versus Prairie View A&M. Can't wait for this one. Then in prime time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, ABC. It used to be the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, then it was like the Rob Gronkowski Bowl. Now it's just the Bucked Up LA Bowl. Oh, that's kind
This
of
is actually a pretty good matchup here, this game.
yeah. SoFi
Yeah.
Stadium in Inglewood. We got Boise State, the champions out of the Mountain West, against Washington. This is I mean, no blue turf, but it's a SoFi. Should be a fun game. They usually do a
Mhm.
pretty good game for the LA Bowl. And then Brett's probably taking off work this day. December 16th, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on ESPN. It's the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. Well, that part I like.
Yeah.
From Ralph Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. It's the Troy Trojans, 8-5, against Jacksonville State, 8-5.
Yes, sir. December 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is also the deadline to join my bowl pick'em pool, by the
Oh,
way, for
good, good
anybody
to
out there
know.
interested.
I better
All
look at
right.
that. I actually
Then,
put a little more time and effort into that pool, Brett.
yeah, I got to
So
try.
You've won it twice, right, Andy?
yes. And I think I finished
Yeah.
second one other time.
And you finished second.
I
Yeah.
won it.
That's
I won it once.
that's
After I
true.
had to, after that, what Purdue did to me that year,
Yeah, that was one
I
of my
had to.
wins.
Yeah, I had to
Because I saw how
rethink
shitty
my
Purdue
life.
was in the Big Ten season. I'm like, I'm betting against those dumbasses, and it paid off for me.
Well, especially now because we don't know like what players are playing. Is this a dress rehearsal for
It's
next
so
year?
Oh,
Like,
hard.
it's crazier than ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
so we have no clue. Vegas, you kind of like have to look at Vegas as much as you can. All right, Wednesday, December 17th, we have two games. 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, guys. Tickets as low as $22. We have the 9-3 Old Dominions versus the 9-3 South Florida in Brett's favorite Staff DNA Cure Bowl.
I love that you called them the Old Dominions. That's perfect. The Monarchs.
Because I have
the old
no idea what
Monarchs.
they're. Okay, the Monarchs.
Yep.
That's
and the
why I
South
call them the
Florida
Old
Bulls.
Dominions. Yeah, the Bulls that I knew, but I didn't want to like show favoritism.
Oh,
That
that's
So
very
remember,
admirable. Very admirable.
tickets as low as $22. Then, gentlemen, we go back after this game at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We go to Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. Guys, we get our famous. Remember, we tried to
Oh,
figure out. We
God.
thought this was a gas station, but it's not. 68 Ventures Bowl.
I don't remember. What
Tickets-
is it?
It's like insurance or something, maybe, or
Oh
property
yeah, something
management.
like that.
Yeah, we
Oh,
thought. I thought.
investment.
Investment.
We assumed it was a gas station.
Yeah, it sounds like a gas station. I would have guessed that again this year.
Tickets as low as $13 on this one, so they're winning so far. We got the Louisiana Raging Cajuns at 6-6 against the Delaware Blue Hens at 6-6. Joe Flacco's alma mater,
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was a blue hen.
and so was some another quarterback that I thought was going to be good for Miami. And I think Dan Campbell on Hard Knocks he said he reminds me of Tony Romo, and Tony Romo kind of like had a chuckle about it. I forget what that quarterback was. Well, he was a Delaware quarterback. Didn't play much. Pat Hill or something. I don't know. No, it's not Pat Hill.
I will
So-
say about this Louisiana Delaware matchup.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's interested in.
$13.
I have the my poll rankings for every bowl team I have here listed, and this is Louisiana number 103 versus Delaware number 105.
Ooh, I like to
in
add
the
those.
poll. So this is a tight match here.
The spread's only 3, Brett. We have no idea. Joe Flacco's kids probably start in the game. He's a freshman at Delaware, I'm sure. All right. We got one big game, December 18th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN 2. Not even ESPN, it's ESPN 2. From Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. We got the Xbox Bowl. Now, when you think Xbox Bowl, you're like, okay, it's a good sponsor. They got their own bowl, Xbox. Well, we get the 7-5 Missouri State Staters versus the Arkansas State 6-6 Staters. So
I think they're actually giving away Xboxes to get people to come to this game.
So we got a big Missouri State versus Arkansas. Brett, are you excited for this Arkansas State game?
Oh yeah,
even
man.
though you live in Georgia.
Well, I'm excited, but it's going to be a blowout. But I'm excited.
Missouri State's favored by 2.5.
Oh shit, is that all? Okay.
All right, so we have to rethink.
That's what you call a stay away game. Those 2.5 games that you haven't heard of.
It's a rat
lay
line.
the points, baby.
It's a
lay
rat
the
line.
points.
Yep.
Missouri State all the way.
All right, then Friday, December 19th. Ooh, we got 2 bowl games and a first round playoff game that Brett had mentioned. So I like 11:30 a.m. Pacific time on ESPN. We go to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Well, see, this one tickets as low as $69. So there's no cheap seats here, folks.
My goodness.
It's a very cool stadium. I've been driven by there many times. I always want to go there, Raymond James. It's a cool stadium from the outside.
We got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, folks. We have the 8-4 Memphis Tigers.
Yep.
Versus the Wolfpack of NC State at 7-5. Philip Rivers' alma mater. It's a nice little early bowl game.
It's not a bad matchup.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But even before that, guys, at 8 a.m. Pacific time, I totally missed the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Yeah.
How did you miss the Myrtle Beach Bowl, dude?
From Conway, South Carolina at Brooks Stadium. Tickets as low as $51. We have the Kennesaw State 10-3. They won their division. They beat Jacksonville State in the championship
Kennesaw
game.
State. That's
Kennesaw.
Those are my boys from Kennesaw, Georgia.
And against Western Michigan, 9-4. I just want to get the other team in there before we forget them.
Were they in the Sun Belt? Anyway,
Sun Belt.
They're conference champions. Yeah, conference champions.
They won the Sun Belt. And then we have our first playoff game.
Night. Conference USA.
Oh, Conference USA.
Oh, I apologize, Kennesaw.
Me too, and I apologize agreeing with Brett. Conference
think
USA has changed a lot.
Yeah, that's a very different conference than what we grew up with.
Yeah. Or failed to grow up, but around that
Well,
time we were
yeah.
failing to grow up. All right, so we have our first playoff game. Oh, Friday night, December 19th. This is fun. 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN. We have from Memorial Stadium in Norman, Oklahoma. We have the first round playoff game. We got the 9th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide at 10-3 against the 8th seed Oklahoma Sooners at 10-2. Tickets as low as $240.
Whoa.
So that's nosebleeds, and it's probably
Bama is
going up.
favored by 1.5 in that game too.
They are. Let's go, John Mateer. I'm hearing noises, and I don't know what it
Sooners.
is. It's weird. Little white noise that I didn't recognize. So that will conclude. That's our trio games on Friday. Saturday, 3 playoff games. What is that? Oh, it's my drink. Oh, I was like, it was like hissing, and I'm like, is there a snake? Do we have us do it? Is UAB playing in my bedroom?
Yes.
Do you like that? Sort of. Okay, so we have 3 playoff games. So Saturday, December 20th. If I can only pick one day to sit in front of the TV, Sunday or Saturday, hopefully both, but I'm picking Saturday. Well, maybe for the first game. And then my wife won't even be up. Okay, so we have 3 for round 1 playoff games, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, ABC, ESPN. From Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, we got my number 10 Canes, 10-2, Miami Hurricanes against the Texas A&M Aggies, the 7th seed at 11-1.
You watching
I
that
hope
live?
it's a good game. Oh, hell yeah. Watching that live. I'm up.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. You had no choice on that one.
Miami's my team. It's funny because in college football, and I think I've probably said this on a pod, I usually kind of have like one favorite team in each conference through the years that I've kind of root for. I mean, I root for a lot of players and good matchups, but A&M was my Big 12 team. SEC, it's Georgia all the way. But
Yeah, baby.
But I always liked A&M more than Texas. But then McConaughey came out and he's hook 'em horns, and I'm like, oh, I love my boy McConaughey. But I get so confused. But this is a fun matchup, and I'm looking forward to the game. I mean, it really depends if Miami can stop A&M and Emmitt Smith's kid. Oh, no, is he on that team? Is he on A? Yeah, I think he is on A&M. He's the backup running back, but he scored a touchdown. Yeah, and he plays for A&M. Because I get confused with Barry Sanders' kid. I get confused with all the greats kids. And if Carson Beck cannot throw any picks, Miami has a chance to win. We'll see how many stupid throws he has. But this Malachi Morley or Worley, I can't remember because of the cigarettes on X-Files, the freshman. He is awesome. He reminds me of Tyreek Hill, that type of player. So he is fun to watch. And my boy Bain rushing the passer. I mean, when your name is Bain, I wish the Cowboys could get Bain next year, but he's going to probably go top 10. Cowboys lose out, so you get Bain. Put him on the pass rush. Anyway, then Brett, after Miami wins on a game-winning field goal against A&M, we'll go to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi, where the laneless Kiffin, who won't be there, Ole Miss at number 6 is hosting Tulane number 11. Tulane's 11-2, Ole Miss 11-1. What do you think?
It's Tulane versus no lane.
Exactly. I like that. That's why you should be doing this. So no coach. This is weird. Granted, it's only the second year of this actual playoff format, but I mean that whole mess at Ole Miss and him jumping to LSU. But like they have a chance to. I mean, I know he wanted to leave and coach and have his cake and eat it too. But this is going to be interesting because I'm a little high on Tulane. I don't think they're going to beat Ole Miss, but I kind of like the program, the way Tulane. They've been a fun team to watch. They're not in the elite, but it's good to see them in the playoffs. But I mean, Ole Miss should roll in this game, right?
Tulane is a good team. They have 2 Power 4 wins this year, and I think.
Mhm.
And by far their worst game they played all year was to Ole Miss, which they got boat raced earlier. So this is a rematch, but
Yeah.
all in all, they had a good year. They were competitive in basically all of their games, even against Power Four teams. And I wouldn't be so. The Ole Miss thing is weird with Lane leaving because it could go. It's going to go one of two ways. Either they play out of their minds up for kind of in like a screw you Lane mode,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually maybe go on a run or something, or maybe they don't even show up or whatever for the Tulane game, like, or they show up but they're like discombobulated and they don't play well, and Tulane has a chance. So I tend to think it's going to be a blowout, but it wouldn't totally surprise me if it's a closer game, just
I
because
hope
of
it
the
is.
complete wild card factor with Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, but you know, I know that yeah, maybe Tulane isn't one of the best 12 teams, but I kind of like. I mean, James Madison's getting. We'll talk about, but like at least like having one of the teams in and not have a bye like last year. Just because to give at least those conferences one spot to fight for, like I do like that, even though it's not like the NCAA tournament where we're going to get a lot of upsets. It's going to be tough, but at least we give the little guy a chance. Speaking of little guys, then we go to Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. Tickets as low as $162 up there. As number 12th, James Madison, 12-1, go into Oregon, the number 5th ranked team at 11-1. And just to mention, the Tulane quarterback is the BYU's former quarterback, Retzloff or something, or forget his name. But so that's kind of why I was following Tulane, because I tend to follow BYU too. I don't know. Ever since Jim McMahon in that Holiday Bowl when I was like 5 years old, I was like in love with Jim McMahon. Like, and then Mark Wilson, Robbie Bosco. I've always been a BYU, Ty Detmer. I
Steve
like
Young.
seeing them. Steve Young, can't forget Steve Young. Jeez, Louise Dreyfus. So yeah, James Madison in Oregon. Should be probably a blowout, you would think.
I haven't watched James Madison at all. I don't know anything about him.
It's former Scagnetti or whatever. Oh, that's
Oh,
Jack
that's right. That's
Scagnetti,
where he came from.
the Indiana coach. What's his name? Not
Yeah.
Scagnetti.
Kurt,
What's it? Kurt Gowdy?
why am I blanking on it right now?
Spaghetti?
Cignetti?
Kignetti?
Signetti, I think it is.
Mike
Signetti.
Krzyzewski?
Anyway,
Yeah, Signetti. Kurt
But
Signetti.
Signetti, yeah. Yeah. Whatever his name is.
well, I
Yeah,
think Oregon's favored by 21 and a hook last I
Yep.
checked.
Yeah,
So
21
this
and a
is the worst matchup in the young college football playoff
Dude, if
history.
I'm Axel, I'm going to this game. Taking Perry, taking Lachlan. Let's go watch some
And
Ducks playoff.
Oregon is really weird too. I've watched them play quite a few times this season, and there's times where they look like they're the best team in the country, and then there's other times where they can only score 18 points against Iowa.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
and they only beat Wisconsin, who was terrible this year, 21-7, which is not. So they've had, I don't know. I don't trust them to go. I'm sure they'll win this game, but I don't know how much I trust Oregon this year.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't really trust them to go too far. I could see them losing. Kind of see them losing to Texas Tech. But they're just.
That's
I
gonna
don't
be a
think
good
they're as good
matchup.
as they were last year.
I would agree with that,
Yeah.
at least from what I've seen of Oregon this year, anyways.
Yeah. And they got bounced last year, and a lot of people thought they're going to win the national title. So it's just like, God, it's crazy. All right, so then we get a little break from the playoffs, and Monday, December 22nd, as we get ready for Christmas week, it's a fun time watching Gremlins and Ralphie, and being like, oh man, I want to eat that. I want to eat that. At 11 a.m. Pacific time, you do the math. For Eastern, 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock.
2.
We have the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, gentlemen. Tickets as low as $33. Let's go. From Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho.
Idaho, yeah.
I'm waiting for the Fred Meyer, the Fred Meyer Bowl if that's going to happen. Axel definitely would get free
Yeah,
tickets.
he
to
would
that.
have to go to that. Doesn't matter if it's an
Um,
empty stadium, he'd have to go.
We got a pair of 6-6 teams, and I definitely want to know Brett's rankings on these. Washington State versus Utah State. Battle of Jordan Love ain't coming through that door, and neither is Drew Bledsoe.
Let's see. What are my rankings here? The Idaho Potato Bowl, Utah State number 85, Washington State number 79.
No,
That's
it's
a
going
pretty
to be
close
high rated.
matchup.
All right. Are they putting it on against Monday Night Football, or is there no game on this 22nd?
I'm not sure what the
No, there's a
schedule on
game.
Christmas
Well,
week
it's
is.
it's on during the day anyway, so it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. That's why they're doing okay. Tuesday, gentlemen, we get a trio of fun bowls. This is where it starts to get good. You're like, oh, I mean, last minute Christmas shopping is done online now. We don't go to the stores anymore. But you're getting some last minute gifts. Oh, I forgot to buy Brett, something from, Zimbabwe or whatever. So you're like, as you're scrambling, it's 11 in the morning on the Pacific, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the East. We go to Boca Raton, Florida, gentlemen, at Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Bush's Boca Raton Bowl. Now, Bush, is it beer? Is it the band? Did the band sponsor this bowl? Who knows, folks? The Bush's Boca Raton Bowl. We got the 8-4 Toledo Mud Hens. Are they called the Mud Hens? Oh no, that was the minor league team. No, they're like the Sprockets or something. Rockets. Yeah. Toledo Rockets against the Louisville Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Okay, Stanford
They're
Cardinals.
not Stanford.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Toledo against Louisville. So we got Lamar Jackson ain't playing in this game.
Well, and they're
neither is what was the guy? Charlie Fry, baby. Charlie Fry from Akron. He's from Akron, not Toledo. Okay, I'm glad. Jesus.
Louisville's big stud wide receiver that was supposed to be a first-round draft pick blew out his ACL in the last game, too.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Chris Bell. So, yeah, he was supposed to be a first-round draft pick, and, tore it out.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Well, I hope he made some decent NIL money.
Yeah.
And, he's young enough. Hopefully he can bounce back, but that's tough. First-round money is different than third, fourth-round money.
Yeah, you get some of that guaranteed cash. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so part of the triple header on ESPN, we then go to New Orleans, Louisiana, to the Caesars Superdome, folks, for the New Orleans Bowl, which the New Orleans Bowl always used to kick off the bowls. It was always the first one on like a Tuesday, and now it's deeper. So tradition is changing, but got a fun matchup: 8-4 Western Kentuckians versus the Southern Miss Minutemen. I can't remember the mascots.
Golden Eagles.
Is that Southern Miss? Golden Eagles?
Yep.
What's Western Kentucky? The Zappies?
Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers, that's right.
Well, we have to cheer for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles because Eric Metcalf's son, Elijah Metcalf, is a wide receiver for Southern Miss.
Oh.
If you remember Eric Metcalf, he used to be one of my favorite players back when he was
the Browns.
awesome. Yeah, so, yep.
Yeah, Eric Metcalf. And then at night, we go back to Frisco, Texas, at the Ford Center at the Star. That's where the Cowboys practice and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. We got UNLV at 10-3, the Running Rebs against Ohio University, the Red people.
The Bobcats.
No, Bobcats. I was thinking the Red Raiders or something. I know I said Red people. That didn't sound right. I didn't mean it like that. Okay. Yeah, it's the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Scooters. You don't get Starbucks, Coffee Bean. You get Scooters.
We actually have Scooters Coffee around here. So
yeah, never heard of it.
I think it's pretty small. I've never actually stopped there and drank it, but a lot of people like it. It's an alternative to Starbucks and stuff. So.
Yeah. I think Brett's getting some Scooters right now.
Yeah,
after some Chick-fil-A.
Doing something. Yeah,
he's doing something. So all right, and then we get a little prime time on Christmas Eve, Wednesday, December 24th. One of my favorite bowls, just because I love the scenery and just love it. The Sheridan Hawaii Bowl. and it comes from Honolulu, Hawaii. Clarence TC Ching Athletics Complex. Tickets as low as $77. You just have to pay a lot of money to fly there, but you can go to the game pretty cheap. We get
This
the
ga-
7 and
ha-
5,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, continue.
7 and 5 California Bears against the 8 and 4 Hawaii. Are they the Rainbow Warriors still,
Yes, they are.
or just the
Rainbow Warriors.
Warriors?
Just the
I wanna make
Rainbow.
sure-
Warriors.
Well,
Just the
ESPN has
Warriors?
them listed as the Rainbow Warriors still, so I'm
Oh,
just going off
maybe
what
they are.
ESPN says.
Maybe
So.
they went back. I thought they were talking about they got to change that or something. But Hawaii actually had a pretty decent year, considering they beat some decent teams in their conference, had some good wins. So it was good to see them back in
I
the
wish this game was not on Christmas Eve. Have you guys seen Cal play at all this year? Their
No,
quarterback
not
is
this year.
their quarterback is so much fun to watch, and I'm gonna mangle his name, Saga Pulatelli, and he is very exciting. If you guys get a chance to watch Cal and watch him play, I don't know if he's gonna make it to the NFL, but he's one of those college guys that just is so fun
Oh,
to
maybe
watch.
he'll
And
transfer to Miami next year when we need a quarterback.
and he transferred into Cal last year. I can't remember where he was before this last year, but he was with somebody else, and he tore the Gophers apart. And so then I watched him a few times after that. He's just really fun to watch. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, Jaron Cowie Sagapulatelli. So the quarterback
Huh.
for the Cal Bears is
Yeah,
really
I
fun
love
to
the
watch.
Hawaii Bowl. It's one of my favorite bowls to watch.
Me
So
too.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So Christmas Day, no bowls. We got some NFL going on. So Friday, December 26th. All right. We got a special team on the docket. We have a nice triple header on SPN. And and also too, a lot of the FCS, aka 1AA playoffs are going on right now. And so we got some
Mhm.
good quarterfinals this weekend and then semi. And of course, I always like the Division 3 Stag Bowl championship and I like the 1AA playoffs. But North Dakota got knocked out. North Dakota State,
Yes,
number 1
big
rank, got
upset.
knocked
Yep.
out. Illinois State.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
my
very
Rhode
big
Island
upset.
Rams lost. They beat Central Connecticut in round 1, but got shellacked against UC Davis. They were actually, it was a close game. Then it was 20, they were up 2018, then it was 25-20, and then the wheels came off. So good run though. Rhode Island, second year in a row, they've won a playoff game. They made it to the playoffs and won. Okay. 10 a.m. Pacific from Detroit, Michigan, Ford Field. We got the Game Above Sports Bowl. I guess no longer
But,
the music, not the Music City, but Car City Bowl.
no,
What
it
was the
was
Detroit, the Motor City Bowl?
yeah, Motor City.
Motor City Bowl.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
always a famous one. I guess that's went the way of the Game Above Sports Bowl.
Yeah, the Gophers were in this one a lot. This one's tied to the Big Ten, so the Gophers have been
Okay.
at the Motor City Bowl many, many times.
Well, we got the 7 and 5 Central Michigans versus Northwestern. Mike Greenbergs, the Northwestern Mike Greenbergs.
Northwestern's a scrappy team this year.
Yeah, it's
Oh, they bounced back. They
were
en route to like a 2-10 year until they turned it around, and
Yeah.
obviously I think they're
And-
7 and 5 or something.
the
Yeah,
former
6-6, I think. Yep.
former Northwestern
Okay.
coach, Pat Fitzgerald. He took the job at Michigan State.
Yeah, I think it was Michigan State. Yeah, somewhere in
Yeah.
the Big Ten.
So he's back. He's a good coach. I know there was some controversy with him, but
Yeah.
um,
No,
Then
he was great for them.
second game of the doubleheader is from Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field, where the pool is. Tickets as low as $56, Ando. Now, is
Maybe
this
I
the guaranteed
flag.
rate bowl or just the rate bowl? Because ESPN, last year I called it the rate bowl, and you're like, it's the guaranteed rate bowl.
It just says Rate Bowl on ESPN.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
So,
says rate bowl.
it used to be guaranteed rate bowl, so I guess they don't guarantee the rates anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
just
the
the rate
logo
bowl.
says just Rate Bowl now. So
Oh, okay. So
yeah, they
by
must have had a
guaranteed.
couple bad years. They can't guarantee anymore.
We got the 9 and 3 New Mexico Los Lobos against the Golden Gophers of Minnesota, 7 and 5, baby.
Of course, I'll be watching. I think the Gophers are one of those teams that they can't quite get to that next level. So usually these mid-level teams they can handle pretty easy. They just when they step up a level, that's when they get smacked.
Yeah.
They can't take on Oregon or Ohio State yet, but they can these mid-level they should be able to win this game pretty easily, I
I'm
think.
betting on Minnesota that day. I'm going all in. I've laid off the Gophers for a while because they always screw me in parlays, but not this year.
I know.
I have New Mexico as number 51, Minnesota as number 44.
Oh, okay. Getting a little
closer
better
than I
matchups.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is closer. I've got to do a
Well-
little research on New Mexico. I don't know much about that team, so
But guys, now, in prime time though, I'm surprised this one wasn't in prime time, but this one in prime time. You ready for this one? From one of my favorite cities, Dallas, Texas, of course. Gerald J. Ford
God.
Stadium. We got the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, folks. 7-5 Florida International Internationals versus UTSA. That's Texas San Antonio.
yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what more can you say?
Are we going to
about
be
that
live
game?
tweeting during?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we have to. It's number 87 versus number 89.
Oh, dude, that's close, right? Only 2 off.
That's emergency halftime pod for sure, and probably post game pod.
Yeah, you're right. Oh boy, then Saturday, December 27th. This is where it feels like Christmas just passed, and then we watch more football all day. All right, I'm gonna try to, because my ESPN, it ranks like I have teams that I follow, so they jump them.
Oh, it
I
puts
like
them
to go
up
in
on
order.
top. Yep.
So, but okay, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to start out in Annapolis, Maryland, folks. Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Yes, he did order the code red. You goddamn right I did. The Go Bowling Military Bowl.
You want
on
me at that
ESPN.
bowl.
You need me
at
on that bowl. We talk about Panthers and Pirates. Ooh, you, Lieutenant Weinberg. Anyway.
Yeah,
we
stop
got
before you get yourself in trouble with
Yeah.
the next line.
I know. 8-4 Pittsburgh Maulers. Oh, that's USFL. Pittsburgh Panthers against the East Carolina. Is it the Pirates or are they like the special
Pirates,
Yeah, the Pirates. 8-4. Isaiah Stanback's was alma mater there, and Chris Johnson. Remember him?
Oh yeah, Chris Johnson. Yeah.
So that's the Go Bowling Military Bowl. You excited? On ESPN.
There are 8 games on that day.
I know.
Saturday, December 27th.
It's crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a
Wow.
lot. And I'm so excited because at 9 a.m. Pacific on ABC, we go to the Bronx, New York, Yankee
This
Stadium.
game is insane.
Okay. So
When you
this
think
is
about
the
where they
bad
were
boy.
at the preseason.
This
Yes.
is the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Usually you get Syracuse, Boston College. You get some, Army maybe shows up once in a while, but no. We have the 6-6 Penn State Nittany Lions against the 7-5 Clemson Tigers.
Two teams that were in the playoffs last year.
Jesus,
well,
that's right.
in the preseason poll, Penn State was number 2, Clemson was number 4. This should have been a playoff game.
Oh my God, guys!
And now they're at a game
the pinstripe.
This is the game the Gophers and Syracuse played each other like 2 years
Yes,
ago.
a couple years ago, one of the round the couch balls.
Oh my
yes,
God.
and now it's this.
Brilliant.
This is weird.
Insane.
But I love it because it's
Yeah.
I'll be watching it over Pittsburgh, East Carolina.
Sadly, this is going to be one of those games where like half the people playing have transferred out.
Yeah,
entered the
yeah,
portal
we
or
don't
something
even. Yeah, I
stupid.
doubt Cade Klubnik's going to be
Yeah.
playing, and he would probably be playing at the Sun Bowl with Brett. Then you cross over to ESPN. The games are staggered after the Pitt East Carolina game's over. You go to Boston, Mass, Fenway Park for the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, one of my favorites. 9-3 Yukon Huskies against the 6-5 Army, West Point, Golden Knights.
What's
So,
weird
wow.
is that Army and Navy are both bowl eligible this year and are in bowls, but they haven't even played their final game of the year yet. which
I
is
know
Saturday
that
when
happened.
they play
That is
each
so
other.
weird.
It's strange.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Because remember, wasn't it 1 year Army undefeated, or one of them were undefeated, and they the rankings came out, but
yeah,
then,
they were real close. Yeah.
yeah. So it's interesting, but it's funny that the Yankee Stadium and Fenway Park are going to have bowls going on at the same time.
Well, and you remember that Gophers Syracuse game, and like 5 guys got injured because the field is in such shitty shape that time
It was
of the
the
year.
worst weather.
Why are you? Oh, yeah. I hope the playing in these ones don't do the same thing on these baseball parks. They're just not meant for football.
Okay. Then we
What's
go
the
back.
name of the bowl?
The Pinstripe
It's Bad
Bowl.
Boy Mowers. So
Oh,
what are they
which one?
showing a field that they haven't mowed yet, and then like
That
after the
must be-
game they mow it?
Or they mow it a little too well.
Or
And in Fenway, they're obviously putting wasabi all over the field because it's the
Oh, yeah.
wasabi
Dude,
Fenway
that's what they
Bowl, so
do.
it's a little spicy.
okay.
All right. So, and then you go back to ABC at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. We got a nice camping from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Tickets as low as $43. We have the Pop Tarts Bowl. I like Pop Tarts. Did as a
This
kid.
is always a fun bowl too.
This
They
is
do
a
lot of
good
fun,
matchup.
crazy stuff.
Number 22, Georgia Tech at 9-3 against BYU, ranked 12th, 11-2. It's a good Pop Tarts Bowl.
This was supposed to be Notre Dame versus BYU before a certain institution withdrew themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
I
like
can't-
the first and the second left out of the playoffs were supposed to play each other here.
I would have liked to
So
see
it was
Notre
supposed
Dame
to be
BYU.
Notre Dame. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Notre Dame's like, we don't do Pop Tarts. That's so 1987.
So dumb.
It is kind of strange that the two best teams would be playing in a bowl where you have
Like a
to eat a
Pop-Tarts bowl?
life-size
Yeah, like
Pop-Tart
couldn't they get
after
a
the game.
better bowl to
Well,
like
and
feature
this is
them?
the one by at the like they have the people dressed up as Pop Tarts. At the end of the game, they sacrifice one like to the toaster and they kill the Pop Tart. It's hilarious. If you guys
I
I
ever
think it's
watch
actually
this game, it's
edible.
nuts. Yeah, I
They
think it
eat the
is.
people. I mean, the Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy.
All right. Hey, guess
I
what?
don't know if that is against BYU like
Oh,
new policy
that
to
is.
do
They
that?
can't win.
Pop Tarts.
As
Yeah.
long as
Can't
there's no
win.
caffeine or anything, then you're okay. But or alcohol, then you're
Caffeine
okay.
free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of caffeine free, this next one from Tucson, Arizona Stadium. Tickets as low as $25. We got the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. He's probably not even going to show up to this one on the CW network. Miami of Ohio at 7-6 against Fresno State, 8-4.
Nice.
Wow.
You know,
Heck.
I think he showed up to the wasn't that? Oh no, that was Flavor Flav. I was like, I thought he showed up to the Mayo Bowl last year for the Gophers. That was Flavor Flav that showed
You
up.
know,
The other
Snoop
rapper
Dogg's probably going to
to
record something, put it on the
That's-
screen. He's not even going to be there. He's like, I don't want.
You're probably right.
That'd be hilarious.
That's on the
Uh,
CW, huh? Wow, they really
yeah.
are getting into live
Hilarious.
sports, aren't they?
Yeah, they do a pretty good job. They have one of my favorite, the Reds announcer, who kind of like got let go because he said
Oh,
something
the
on
one that got in
air.
trouble.
Yeah,
What the
what's
heck was
his name?
I forget his name. He does like the main CW game because I've seen him call some of the Syracuse games.
Marty Brenneman, right?
Yeah, I like him. I mean,
Yeah, he's
I don't
good.
remember what he said and whatever, but
Yeah, it was some
Um,
stuff he probably shouldn't have said, but he
It's
is
not
good at
Ken
his job.
Brenneman. It's Marty Brenneman.
I think it's Marty, maybe not. Oh no,
well,
maybe
there's
it
a
is Ken.
father and a son.
Okay, Marty's the dad, I think.
Ken Marty, I think, is the dad. Yeah. Yeah, Ken Brenneman. He calls a great game, but he's not. I don't know if he's calling this game. Probably not. But on ESPN from Albuquerque, New Mexico. No, it's not the
Hold up.
Walter White Bowl.
Hold up, it's Tom Brenneman.
Tom Brenneman. Yes.
Okay.
Tom. Sorry, Tom.
Okay, yes, back to the Walter White Bowl.
Back to the Walter White Bowl, the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. We got the 11-2, 25th ranked North Texas team against San Diego State, 9-3. Marshall Falks.
What do you have these two
Alma
teams
mater.
at, Brett?
I'm going to say 77 and 72.
I bet you got North
Yes.
Texas in the 30s somewhere.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Probably
North
higher.
Texas, number 29.
Yeah.
Nice.
San
Okay.
Diego State, number 55.
I was way
Okay.
off on that. All right, but then, if you're not into this game, oh wait, ABC. There's another game starting, around halftime from Jacksonville, Florida, Everbank Stadium. Tickets as low as $37. We have the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Always loved the Gator Bowl. It's weird it being on the 27th or whatever the 27th.
Yeah, this
Usually
one kind of got
There's
demoted.
always a New
when-
Year's Day bowl.
It kind of got demoted when the college football playoff came in. This bowl kind
Yeah.
of slipped down the priority list.
But the Gator Bowl, then Notre Dame BYU Gator Bowl. Okay, now you could sell me on that
hmm
Gator Bowl, not the Pop Tarts Bowl, though I love the Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
I love the Pop Tarts, but Gator Bowl, dude. We have on ABC at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. East. Number 19, Virginia Cavaliers, 10-3 against the Missouri Tigers, 8-4. Good matchup. Virginia really shit the bed by losing to Duke, though. That's
Oh
too
my
bad.
God.
That's
It's terrible.
that was
Ugh.
so bad.
I felt horrible for their fans there.
I know that had to have been just awful, so awful.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Virginia guys. Fun place to. They throw good Viking parties back in the day on campus. My cousin went to business school there. So when I went down from Syracuse one time and drove down for the weekend, and there was a big Viking party.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was my cousin was dating the showrunner of Last of Us sister,
Wow, that's cool.
Karen. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, Troy, what? I mean, I love Jen. I love you, Jen. You're my favorite. But man, if they would have got together, my career might have taken off. I could have been in Last of Us.
At very least, you'd have been eaten by a zombie by now.
Jeez, Louise Dreyfus. I don't ask for much, guys. Just stay together to benefit me.
Only a
is
prime role on
interesting.
a premier HBO television series. That's not that much. to
I know.
ask.
Come on, that's all I want. I'll still be the same person. I'll be good to people. I'll donate to the Sun Bowl Foundation.
I do
Brett?
wonder if Virginia had beaten Duke, they get in as the ACC champ. Does Miami still get in as an at-large, or did that actually factor into the psychology of the decision of bumping in an ACC team?
I bet
Because
they would have bumped
having
Miami.
2 ACC teams in the
I think you're right.
would be a lot.
Everything that Miami needed to happen happened.
Mhm.
Though it didn't affect Alabama so much, but getting blown out, Virginia losing, like it all freaking worked out for them.
Yeah, Miami would have been out if Virginia had won. There's no question in my mind.
Yeah, 100%. And then the final game of the night, 6:15 Pacific, 9:15 Eastern on ESPN from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Tickets as low as $71. We got the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Texas Bowl's been around for a while. It's a pretty good matchup, but we have no idea who's playing. The 7-5 LSU Tigers against the 21st ranked Houston Cougars, 9-3. Andre Ware's alma mater.
Where do you have Houston at, Brett?
That's
another team I just
47.
Yeah, I have Houston high. Let's see.
I don't know anything
Houston
about that
number
team.
26, so
Oh,
just
wow.
barely
Oh,
outside
wow.
the top 25.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they ranked 21st, so they should have been closer to that. Why did I say 40 something? I'm thinking my
Well,
algorithm.
they've got a few. They got a few decent wins in here.
They've had a good program. Through the years. They've been a competitive.
Yeah,
The Kevin
committee
Cobb
has them ranked
years.
21st.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My boy Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Always liked
Dave Klingler,
Houston.
wasn't he?
Dave
A Houston
Klingler,
guy?
right? He
Yeah.
followed Andre Ware. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Then we got a game on Monday, December 29th. Hey, Monday morning football, 11 a.m. Pacific on ESPN. Back to Birmingham, Alabama at Protective Stadium.
This is the one that like eight teams turned down going to this game.
Yes, the J-Lab Birmingham Bowl. This is probably Axel's favorite. He was hoping Rutgers would go there, but it didn't happen. We got the 6 and 6 Georgia Southerners against the
Eagles,
5 and
the
7 the Eagles against the 5 and
Thank you,
7
Andy.
Appalachian Trail State. App State. The
Mountaineers.
Appalachians. Mountaineers. Georgia Southern's favored by 3.5. This is going to be the pick of the year. Everyone in Brett's pool except me is going to pick Georgia Southern, and they're going to win by 60. All right, Tuesday.
This is actually a pretty close matchup. You got Georgia Southern number 97, App State number 111. So
And this is a
that's bad,
rematch
but
they have played already this season as well.
they played a
Oh,
month
really?
ago,
Yep.
Oh, this is
November
awful.
6th.
Georgia Southern won 25-23.
This is
Close
awful.
game. Yeah.
All right, we have a triple header on Tuesday, December 30th, guys. This is I like this. 11 a.m. ESPN, Shreveport, Louisiana, Independence Stadium, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. I'm old enough to know when it was just called the Independence Bowl. We got the 6 and 6 Green Turf Coastal Carolina Kakalackas against Louisiana Tech MIT grads at
Do
7
you,
and
do you know
5.
what Coastal Carolina's nickname is, Solo? They have the craziest name of any team in college sports.
Carpetbagger or something? No, that's Ellis.
The Chanticleers.
Oh, that's right. The Chanticleers, whatever the hell that is. It's a
I
snake.
I have no idea
Is it
what
a
that
s-
is.
It's a box of cereal.
I'm looking at their logo right now. I don't even know. Let's call it a box of cereal. Yes.
And then the second game of the triple header, we go to Nashville, Tennessee, Nissan Stadium, the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl. Oh, they messed with me because there's my favorite Liberty Bowl because Doug Flutie played Notre Dame in the Liberty Bowl, and I love the Liberty Bowl since then. But it's the Liberty Mutual Music. Liberty, 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 liberty. Tennessee Volunteers.
This is usually a good
8
game.
and 4. Illinois Fighting Illini 8 and 4.
This is always an SEC Big Ten of not
like
the
this
top
matchup.
teams, but like the fourth or fifth team down
Yeah,
always play.
this is
there's some
good.
Gophers have played in this one a few times too.
I mean, we have no idea who's going to play in this game, but it's maybe Henderson Hooker will come back or whatever his name is, Hendon Hooker, some hooker that Brett
and Jeff George will
No.
strap it on for
Jeff
Illinois and come back.
George,
We're going. Let's go.
Yes, let's do it. All right, I like
A
this.
lot of orange in that stadium.
There's going to be a lot of orange, and Syracuse is going to be nowhere to be found. And then the nightcap. All right, I like this. San Antonio, Texas, from the Alamo Bowl. The Valero Alamo Bowl. 16-ranked USC Trojans at 9 and 3 against the TCU Horny Toads 8 and 4. Oh wait, that was the Johnny B. Good movie. Horn Frogs, but the Horny Toads was they changed the mascot. So a little USC TCU. This is a Rose Bowl matchup. Andy Dalton Rose Bowl matchup, I want to say. Oh no, that was Wisconsin. Right. That was Wisconsin.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
The Andy Dalton game. Did they have
there must
the Rose Bowl?
I don't think TCU's been in the Rose Bowl, have they?
They've been in the Rose Bowl,
playoff
but
year.
I think they played Washington.
They beat
State
Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were in a Rose Bowl when it started changing.
Yep, they did. They defeated Wisconsin 21-19 in 2011.
That's
I'll
what
be
I
damned.
remember. That was when I still had a great memory.
This I'm just looking at the overview of this game. Both quarterbacks have thrown for over 3,400 yards on this game. This could be a fun game.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good number for college quarterbacks.
Ooh, then Wednesday we got a crap load of games. Oh my God, this isn't going to never end. We're going to be going for 5 years. But all right, let's kind of speed through. 9 a.m. on ESPN. Ooh, great game from Tampa, Florida, back to Raymond James Stadium, Ando's old stomping grounds. The ReliaQuest Bowl. The 23-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes at 8 and 4 against the Vanderbilt Commodores at 10 and 2.
Let me correct you there for a second. No one has ever said this is a great game and then followed it with it's Iowa.
Wow. Hey,
they might win, but the games are always boring.
Oh no, that's Michigan. Well, I guess I'm more like because Iowa's a good team, but Vandy is the Cinderella kind of rooting for him. I don't know if Pavia is going to play, or Pavarotti, but I'll be watching. Then we'll head. Oh, here we go, folks. The moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh,
on CBS,
let's
11
go.
a.m. Pacific, from El Paso, Texas, Sun Bowl. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Come on, Frosted Flakes. We get Arizona State at 8 and 4 against Duke 8 and 5. I've been saying Brett is at Lambeau if you're watching on YouTube Live. I call it the Sun Bowl, but I meant to call it Sun Devil Stadium. And now we get the Sun Bowl and we get the Sun Devils playing in the Sun Bowl. Guys, does the committee look at around the couch?
We couldn't even write this if we tried.
This is awesome.
This is perfect.
And it's Duke. It's Perry School.
This is must-see TV is what this is.
This has got around the couch vibes. We should be doing the Field Pass broadcasts from. That's what we should be doing. All right. At noon on Pacific time on ABC. This has got, not only a good matchup, but just the history of these schools. I'm going to go to Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Wow, tickets as low as 73 for this one still? That probably doesn't. We have the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, with still, to this day, I said this last year, just a weird sponsor for the Citrus Bowl, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird, but it kind of makes you talk about it. On ABC, 18th ranked Michigan 9-3 against 13th ranked Texas 9-3. Ooh, little Michigan Texas. Now, are we going to get the Arch Mannings? And I mean, with the NIL, is it things? Do you think things will change where they will play in the bowl game or they get a bonus? I don't know how that works.
It's hard to tell on these teams.
I mean, the big question is like with Arch, is he coming out? He probably should go back another year, I would say, at least.
He
needs
should, but
work.
I don't think he
Yeah.
will.
No.
Really?
I think he's coming out.
We'll s-
We'll
yeah.
see.
How is Michigan going to play after their head coach?
Oh
went-
yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be go Texas. All right. So then we also have at 12:30 p.m. Oh, well, half hour up on ESPN Pacific time. This used to be on a cold Thursday night. Now it's is it Thursday? It's a cold Wednesday night, New Year's Eve. We're on New Year's Eve day already. This is New Year's Eve-ish day. Okay. We go to Las Vegas, Nevada, the Allegiant Stadium. I can't even pronounce Allegiant
We better
Stadium.
speed through these last few picks. So
Yeah, I'm starting to go the other way.
Allegiant Stadium. There we go.
Allegiance, thank you. SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. That's a mouthful. 7-5 Nebraska Cornhuskers against the 15 ranked Utah Utes. 10-2. Good matchup. I mean, Nebraska's always disappointing nowadays, but
That's
on paper it looks good. And then, guys, we'll have the Cotton Bowl that night at 4:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Ohio State will be hosting one of the TBDs in the Cotton Bowl. Thursday, the same thing. We'll just power through. We got a triple header on ESPN, 9 a.m. Pacific. You get the I said the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. We get the Capital One Orange Bowl. Texas Tech will be hosting there. Then we'll go over to the Rose Bowl in the afternoon. This is New Year's Day, of course. Pasadena, California. We get the quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, not the Prudential Rose Bowl, but presented by Indiana will be in the Rose Bowl hosting a team. And then Brett's favorite place to travel from, which is Georgia, to New Orleans, Louisiana, in the Caesar Superdome. We get the quarterfinal All-State Sugar Bowl where Georgia will be hosting that. Georgia's going to win the national championship this year. Then
congratulations, Brett. I hadn't heard.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you, Brett. Congratulations, buddy. Cash Jones MVP.
Can't believe you just jinxed that solo. I hate you.
I'm picking him. I'm picking him in the pool. I'm picking him to win it all.
Please don't.
Friday, January. Why? I won 3 college pools. No, I got to do my strategy that they won't, because I'm sure a lot of people will pick Georgia because I got to.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
if Andy picks Georgia, then I'm happy about that.
Oh, then it'll matter.
Okay,
sorry, buddy.
College, I'm okay. It's the NFL you should be worried about. If I pick the Falcons, then you should be worried.
Yeah, if any of us pick any of our teams, we should be worried.
That's a very good point.
10 a.m. Pacific time, Fort Worth, Texas, at Amon Carter Stadium. It's the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. 5-7 Rice versus 6-6 Texas State.
Next.
Oof.
So this rivals the 68 Ventures Bowl for like the worst matchup because it's 101 versus 104.
But yet tickets are only as low as $58 at this one. Whatever.
Okay.
Then we go to Memphis, Tennessee on ESPN 1:30 Pacific. Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, Memphis, Tennessee. Navy 9-2 against the 7-5 Cincinnati Bearcats. And then we got 2. Wow, this is weird. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have 2 bowls at the same time. One on Fox and one on ESPN. The one on Fox is from San Diego, California, Snapdragon Stadium. Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. This is new. Trust and Will. Good for good for Trust and good for Will.
Yeah.
Wheaton. We have the 17th ranked Arizona Wildcats 9-3 against the SMU Mustangs 8-4. That's a fun Holiday Bowl. And on ESPN, we got from Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, the Duke Mayos Bowl. We got 8-4 Wake Forest against 5-7 Mississippi State.
Oh, how did I wonder how Mississippi State get in there? That's usually a pretty good matchup in that game.
Yeah, 8-4 team is there, and then you got unless it's
Yeah.
Do we have teams that said no?
There must
There's
have
a
been,
ton of 5-7 teams this year. I feel like
the Mayo Bowl was the Gophers were there last year, and I don't remember who the hell they were playing, but it was like 7-4, 8-5 type teams were always there. It's not. Somebody must have bowed out to get Mississippi State in there.
And then on January 8th will be the Fiesta Bowl, which will be the semifinal of the playoff. Friday, January 9th will be the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl semifinal. And then Monday, January 19th will be the national championship from the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. So that's where the national championship's going to be this year, folks. Wow. We did it.
We did
Nice.
We Gasparillaed this.
This is our longest pod of the season. We should have maybe split this into two, but maybe we'll have Axel do that when he does the cutting.
Yeah. Hey, maybe. All right. I think that's it for me. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Lipnicki and Jerry Maguire. Thank you guys. Thank Axel. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Save Us Max Brosmer. Thank you to myself.
Thank you, Heath.
That was fun.
You, Heath.
That was a lot of fun. I love doing that. And remember, go to dvrpodcast.com. Check out everything we're doing. We're covering Mayor of Kingstown season 4 right now and Stranger Things. We will be covering some new shows coming forth. And remember, go to patreon.com/DVR and for a couple bucks a month, become a patron, ad-free, exclusive pods, rare in-the-car pods that only 20 people can listen to or do. But they're fun. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And then, of course, in January, our top 10 favorite shows of 2025. One of my favorite pods next to the College Bowl preview. So, all right, guys, I'm tired. I'm punchy. And I need an umbrella. We'll see you guys next time around the couch.